to state my case. I hold my tongue, I know I'd say something I regret. Don't blame me, just strike the match and walk away. Let me in, I've seen better days. Don't lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Don't lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it, you want it, you said you want it. If you bring the fuel, I'll bring the flames, and set it off, not what you want, I'm what you need. A ticking time bomb, just strike the match and let it take. Let me in, light a lady blaze. Don't lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Don't lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it, you want it, you said you want it.
Mr. Profeci, can you hear me, my good sir?
I can indeed.
You can indeed. Okay, well, good. That means we can get the show on the road. CS greetings to you all, and welcome to ESEA Main Europe. And, well, this is the playoff stage, round 1, and it's the second match we're actually covering. We covered a game yesterday, which was pretty exciting. Ended in, well, not quite the way I would have expected considering how it started, but it was still certainly interesting.
Yeah, I mean, didn't expect the 2-1. Sorry. Yeah, didn't expect the 2-1. Expected a pretty simple 2-0 for the boys from the Imperial. Didn't quite work out that way, as they did get somewhat hammered on Mirage and ended up having to win the next two. I mean, they won it pretty dominantly, so you can't really complain all too much. Saw a couple of rather funny things. Some hopping strats on pistol rounds. That was an interesting one. But in general, I think Imperial doing enough to get through to the next round. Valiance and Co, they should be looking for the same here. We do know that they're, I mean, at the very least, a decent team online, since they did actually have to beat, I think it was Heroic in the online qualifiers for DreamHack Marseille. So it's first time at a big LAN for a lot of these players in quite a while. I mean, obviously the core of the team was at iNation in, I think it was 2013. Or they were part of iNation in 2013, so remains to be seen if they can replicate such feats. They are obviously going to DreamHack Marseille, and Hunter will be able to get to play with his cousin, or against his cousin, at the very least, who is in fact Nico.
Nico from FaZe Clan, definitely not Nico from Heroic. But
yeah. Well,
there's
eight Nikos, so pick one.
The best Nico, essentially, right?
Which period of time? Because there used to be a pretty solid Nico in, well, in, what is it? I think it was originally Dignitas. Nico with a C used to be an AWPer, then he kind of just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, I used to enjoy him. He was good. But hey,
stage.
Valiance and Co have looked pretty good, so let us assume that they're going to be pretty good here. We have casted team preparation before, and this is a relatively new lineup to the org, but they've had a few decent lineups over the years. A lot of those players have gone on to bigger and better things in better teams in Sweden. So let's see if these guys can actually live up to, well, I guess the reputation of team preparation. I know Sane is a pretty good player as an entry fragger. Mike Tug has also shown some good stuff in the games that we've done before. Yeah. So let's see if they can take it to Valiance and Co.
Yeah, a lot of these team preparation players do have some pretty nutty aim, which is generally expected from the Swedes. That is a hallmark of their style of CS team play and nutty aim. So we've certainly seen some really mental shots from especially Laniton in the past, and Valiance and Co been making progress towards the A. It looks like it's going to be a somewhat delayed B hit. No aggressive rush, just clearing out a couple of areas before they do decide to take a fight.
There's a little fadeaway headshot from Mala, doing some good work. Impulse coming in with the trade, but Kurtlas and Mala, they're doing all the damage, and everyone is down, only losing Laniton. Great round from team preparation.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy thumping in the end, as I mean, pretty clean victory, losing only one player, getting 5 kills on 2 players. So Valiance and Co not the way they would have wanted to start.
Absolutely not. You definitely don't want to only take down one of your opponents, not even a bomb plant. So no extra money injection for them there. Now converging on this A site. Through the smoke he goes. Neno hits himself a kill. In fact, will he actually get the second? I think if he had one more bullet, he might have done it. But instead, Impulse does it for him. They've got the advantage on the force spy. Kurtlas doesn't realize he's being rounded on from long, but his spidey sense tingling.
Yeah, the speed at which they're traveling, I think, might have actually done him in. He's not 100% aware of it. Now that you see it, he desperately needed to get that kill at Hunter. Impulse is going to turn things around, though. Laniton needs to be taken. I mean, you need to fight him at two at a time, and once again, one at a time is not the way to do it. So Impulse is still hanging around. Laniton must have got, or Muller must have gotten a call. Yeah, Impulse had to hit the shots.
He needed a headshot, a clean headshot. He had the opportunity. He's going to have another bite at it, of course. We know how skilled he is, particularly with the AWP and with the Deagle. And he's got a Deagle. Already got 3 kills so far, but Muller now deciding to go for the smart play, just sneak in behind rather than taking him on directly. And that's going to allow Impulse.
Yeah, 200 IQ play.
Great work from him. Hey, King of Bricks, good to see you back today. I'm glad you are enjoying the fact that we're doing a Valiance and Co game. we're very keen to do this one. In fact, when we looked at the playoff bracket, it's the first game that we wanted to do. So very keen to see how this one goes, and I guess we're keen to see how this goes as well. Clutch situation here on 22 HP.
Yeah, Muller is going to be running directly into Impulse's area of control. Does he realize that he's there, though? He's not. He's going to turn around. Impulse!
Oh,
That's the second bite at the cherry, which he stuffed up.
leaves him on 5 HP, but the kill does come through nonetheless. Muller, that probably shouldn't have worked, but what did he just do there? That was a huge mistake. He just swapped
not
an M4
really.
for a UMP.
They're going to farm up. They know Valiance will almost certainly not buy here. I mean, I wouldn't have dropped an M4 for it, but I can sort of see the reasoning.
No, that was definitely a mistake. Don't defend his sloppiness. Prof, you can't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, this is Team Preparation's map, so Valiance will not be favored on this. The next map will be Inferno. And that is, of course, the Serbians' home map. And, sorry, Nuke will actually, in fact, be the last one. Landerson just spraying through the smoke there. Trying to dissuade Valiance from attacking the B side.
Catching a bit of robot voice, unfortunately. Hopefully you can fix that for us. But in the meantime, Hunter fixing the facial features there of Mike Jig. He did get himself a kill at least. And then Landerton also finding Kaletny. So numbers here still favoring the CTs, but geez, the damage that's coming in on Team Preparation from Valiance, you wouldn't really have expected.
No, I mean, Valiance has done a very good job at controlling the Team Preparation economy. They haven't actually gotten a lot of kills with the UMPs, only 2 at the moment, so covering one of the UMP costs. And they could actually be running into Landerton at close range as well. If he goes down here, it's going to be huge damage to the Team Preparation economy. Impulse is not going to spot it, though. Hunter has to hit the shot. It's not going to happen, and that'll turn things around slightly for Team Preparation. The kills on the UMP are obviously good, but I do think it's still going to hurt. They have they have one FAMAS, a UMP, and I would assume they're going to upgrade to another FAMAS. Yeah, so, I mean, winning 3 rounds, you'd expect a little bit more. At this point, they do have an AWP, but in general, pretty shaky economy for coming out of the pistol round, to be fair.
Yeah, that is quite unusual considering they kept 4 alive in the pistol as well. So it's on Valiance and Curry here to land a blow in return. And for Team Preparation, we have seen them on Cobble this season before. They look pretty strong, so see what they're able to do. Holds the angle, goes for the timing shot, doesn't get it. There's enemy getting the kill on Sign. And Muller now under a bit of pressure. Does at least have the molly to buy himself a little bit of time to break away from that engagement and out towards. Oh, jeez, I thought he was going to hit that. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't, but he should get punished, and he does by enemy. We're getting his second there. Landerton coming in and stopping the player who managed to get himself through Connect, and another player pushing through Connect, giving them a free kill. What are they doing?
Not what they should be, because at the moment, Valiance have an incredible hold on the A side. This is obviously a harder side to retake at times, and enemy is the only full HP player for his side. So Team Preparation, they're going to start it off well here. Hunter goes down. Enemy has to get this kill. If he doesn't, it's going to severely hamper Impulse's ability to clutch. But enemy up to the task and up to the task twice in a row. Valiance and Co win their first round, and Team Preparation will be in the dumpster in terms of money. Not looking great for them, and those rounds where they just couldn't keep enough players alive will be coming back to bite them big time now.
And enemy finds himself the quad kill there. He got the 2 opening kills and then rounds it out to clutch as well. Great play from him. Team Preparation, as you say, on the save. See what they can do with the pistols.
Yeah,
No armor to work with.
Yeah, I mean, only, what, 2 upgraded pistols, so, I mean, don't really expect much from Team Preparation. Meekdich is spotted, so enemy will get the kill there. Kurtler somehow runs through the smoke. Oh, sorry, where did that... Oh, Kurtler's push for B.
What a nade.
That's pretty spectacular. Mali gets cooked. And, I mean, Team Preparation, they should be aware of the player pushing up behind them. They don't have anybody dealing with it at the moment. And that could come back to bite Hunter in the backside, as they still haven't done anything to combat it.
There's a kill on Kurtlers. Landerton now managing to get pretty close here, so he should get a free kill on the AWPer. And if he can find a shot on Answer, potentially, Maybe he could do something, but he's not gonna. He's gonna walk right into the crosshair there of Kaletny. So that's another round for Valiance and Co. Looking pretty good, but the buy still will come in from team preparation. No need for the double save. They even have the AWP.
No, yeah, it's. I mean, much better round for Valiance. It was slightly expensive given the buy from team preparation. I had what 2 upgraded pistols, and they got 3 kills. So it's expensive, but I think Valiance and Co is okay. It's obviously easier to play the economy game on the T side. So team preparation. Fairly light on nades though, but Male doesn't need a nade if he's going to shoot you as you run through a door.
And quite a forward position from him as well. Had they pushed him there, they probably could have gotten the trade. Kaletny will get the trade though.
How the hell did Letney get that kill though? Oh, they're not checking the corners. Okay, Letney.
Kaletny looking pretty good.
Ruining Sign's face there. And Male, that timing could do him in. He's not actually going to help him out. There's Letney does get the kill on Kurtlis, but this severely hampers team preparation's ability to hold the A side once again. And Valiance actually hasn't made much of an attempt towards B after that failed B rush on the first pistol round.
Preparation now in the driver's seat in this particular round. They do have the HP to work with. Not a lot of nades on either side though, so it is going to make potentially taking a fight here a little bit harder. It might come down to those straight fights, and the HP definitely not with the Valiant side. So Malina did hit himself a rather dirty angle there with the AWP earlier in the round. Got himself 2 already, and the flank going to be cut off there from Lannerton as well. So you'd almost say no chance, but we have seen what he can do.
I just don't see Neno really making a play here. It's not really going to work. Good crossfires for team preparation at the moment. Okay, Male not holding the correct angle. Does go down. Lannerton should get this frag.
Oh.
Okay. There's been a couple of those attempts by both players where they kind of whiff the shot, and Neno is going to hold it down. Lannerton. He's going to have to hit the shot. He's going to hear the sounds. Neno's given his position away here. And the Swede is going to catch the Serb at the correct angle.
Excellent work there from Lannerton. Very heads-up player to get that close. And obviously kept him guessing as well. You could see a little bit of a hint of panic there for the Valiance player. So their team preparation extending their lead somewhat. And it got a lot closer than it probably should have, considering that the kills that went in their favor early on there. But overall, still, if you look at the economy, not that great for team preparation despite winning the rounds.
Well, I mean, they should be able to get at least something into this round, unless Valiance and Co really does decide to force up, which I don't see happening. They won't be sitting pretty in terms of money in the bank right now.
Yeah, well, unfortunately lost one of the players there. I think it's Hunter actually that we've lost, so we'll hope that he will come back. But team preparation with a pretty good start here, and on this map particularly, you tend to see it being more T favored. It has been for a while. It's a difficult map to play aggressively as a CT, and to be 4-2 in the lead early on as a CT, actually, you got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I mean, especially because they'll probably grab it at the very least another round here, unless Valiance and Co does decide to force up. But even a force is still going to be in team preparation's favor here, so CT is looking good. Maybe a bit light on the nades if they do push a B rush, but I mean, Valiance, if they're going to rush a B with as little money as they do right now, I think they'll still be favored as team preparation.
Indeed, thanks to all of you who've joined us. Of course, it's team preparation versus Valiance and Co. This is ESEA Season 27 playoffs, the first round of playoffs. We did cover the Imperial yesterday as well versus LGR. That actually ended up pretty close, despite Imperial being the champions of Copenhagen Games. It was a 2-1 game. They actually lost their own map pick. So I think a lot of people would be thinking Valiance are probably the favourite team here, considering they've qualified for DreamHack Marseille. But team preparation, we've seen what they can do this season. They're a dangerous opponent, and they have every chance of taking it away from the favourites.
Yeah. I mean, Valiance and Co can't rest on their laurels. Just because you won a single online qualifier to get to a big tournament does not mean that you are a top dog, especially not in Europe. It is quite the gladiator pit down there.
Jeez, yeah. Compared to when we've covered American ESEA main, it's quite different. The teams in Europe definitely are a cut above.
Yeah, I think the ceiling is about the same, but the basement is a little bit lower in America at this point in time, but I mean, they're getting better. They're getting better.
Diplomatic, Prof. I like that. So nothing much happening so far. Valiance did go for the force buy after all, and they're hoping to catch somebody without head armor. Head armor doesn't matter. They're at that close range, and Hunter gets a headshot with that Mac 10. The Mac 10's ringing out and doing big damage. If he gets another one, you'd say it's almost time to give up. And there are the trades at least. Let's bring it into, I was going to say a 2v2 now on Laniton. Everything happening so fast, and he actually gets the kill. 1v1 situation here. How did it get to this? But Letney there to close it out. I'm speechless, man. How did that happen?
I mean, just Valiance and Co. exploiting the now more passive hold on that drop area, getting 2 players down into drop, taking the fight there with the guy door, winning that fight. I mean, that's the problem with the FAMAS. It's not a very good weapon. They send the AKs that way. They happen to win that. And what really did them in at the end was, unfortunately, Landon trying to swap to a weapon that he thought had more ammo and ended up picking up a Mac 10, which means he had to re-swap, and that noise gave away the fact that he was close. And in the end, an easy win for Hunter. Impulse. I think they got the last kill there.
Devastating round. Actually, it was Letney, I think, but still devastating for the economy of team preparation.
Oh.
And there with the boost, doesn't work out at all, unfortunately. They have decided to force here, and early on in a little bit of trouble. Still got the CZs, though, and we know what those weapons can do. It's just they are a little bit behind in terms of the amount of players that they've got alive, and of course they got nothing to work with besides a single flash.
Now, Mallet, he's getting aggressive here on the platform area. Doesn't really spot anything at the moment. Kurtlis is going to be spotted now on Nano. Does just get a bit aggressive. Decides he doesn't want Kurtlis hanging around in the drop area. He's going to remove him. And Male hasn't either listened to the call or hasn't gotten the call, because Male goes down while staring at the wrong area, gets shot in the side of the head, and Mike Dich follows him soon after.
Sign in a bit of trouble, and he's not going to win that fight against Hunter. So great work there from Valiance. Bring it to 4-all, yeah. And for team preparation, double save territory, of course, so it will be another save at the very least. Muller does have the money that he'll be able to bring out the AWP and the buy round, but this is pretty much a foregone conclusion that it should be 5-4 here for Valiance.
Yeah, I mean, team preparation did a little bit of damage with some upgraded weapons in the last time they attempted this kind of strat. They don't have any of those this time, so it should just be a paint by numbers round. Valiance and Co. should collect a decent paycheck for their efforts.
Stack in mid, yeah, hoping to maybe catch them off. And maybe they might get themselves a kill or two, or this will be an absolute killing field. And I think killing field is the option that we're going to go for here. Valiant's just destroying them there. So that is 5-4. And to answer your question there, will this be available to watch when the live stream ends? Yes, it will be. It automatically uploads the VOD. It just takes quite a while because this is streamed in quite a high bit rate. So it takes probably about an hour and a half at least for YouTube to actually process it before it'll appear. But it will be on if you want to watch the VOD.
Yep, Valiance and Co. continuing to run with those Mac 10s and UMP into the next round, and we seem to be having, at the very least, an aggressive B play. I don't know if it's going to be a full-on rush. It doesn't seem to be. Team preparation has a fairly decent amount of, well, fairly solid amount, let's put it that way, of utility, although not enough to hold off a full rush. Valiance and Co. playing it a bit safe, though. No control of A, which could come back to bite them if team preparation pushes Sign out through the middle area. They've already got 4 players on site, so Valiance Co. has actually been spotted, but they are not bamboozled by the 4 stack, and just like that, they'll lose 2 players. Nino gets another one. Kurtlis and friends are the last remaining players to try and win this for their team.
Oh, and that is a big kill from Sign. There's 2 players that are pretty low here for Valiance, and that could be a huge factor. Impulse gets himself the first, so that is going to help them out in their quest to hold off this retake. Hunter on the wraparound here should find himself the AWP, and that's absolutely fell apart here for team preparation. Sign's got a bug out there and hang on to the weapon. Great round for Valiance, but it did look shaky for a second.
Yeah, I don't really know if Sign got aggressive enough. I think he needed to be, maybe just make his presence felt a little bit more after he got the kill there. Could have forced Valiance and Co. to either take a fight with him and then opened it up for the rest of the team, but not really taking care of the lane area does end up costing them, as Sign trying to do whatever he can. He's got a Hunter, and he will go down, enemy catching him out from behind.
Treacherously shot him in the back. Unfortunate. 6-4 Valiance and Co. looking pretty good. Team Preparation have had their moments of brilliance, shall we say. So definitely not out of it at the stage. Round 11, so still early days in the game. And because they are on a save, of course, they are going to upgrade pistols. Almost a force buy, just Muller deciding not to get the armor, of course, so that he can bring out the AWP in the next round.
Yep. Team Preparation. Well, Hunter doesn't really care about taking fights. He's going to run past him if he doesn't need to take a fight. And Kurtles is going to punish him for that decision. But there's spare players all over the map. And Team Preparation is down to 2. Valiance and Co. Some speed now attached to their game plan. And Neno is the man charged with holding the door.
Very puggy out of Valiance, deciding to just take the fight to them through drop and off B long repeatedly. They're plat. Is working for them though. The overwhelming display of force.
I mean, I like what they did in the drop area there. Okay, well done there by enemy. Using Hunter, I mean, he was basically a distraction. He jumped down by himself, spotted the one player in the window. They obviously mollied the area out, so the window player couldn't really take a fight with him. But he just runs past the area after taking a half-decent fight. As Mike Tuck trying to do whatever he can to just close down the Valiance economy here.
That nade
That
should
nade.
be money. And it is. There's the
On
Kobe.
top of- yeah, on top of his head as well. So well played there by Impulse. But I think it was actually the second play coming down drop, just slightly delayed, which might have caught Team Preparation off. Because Kurtles pushes through, he gets a kill on Hunter, and that's when I think it was Letney, or no, it was Nino coming down the drop hit him. And that was just the biggest problem, is they didn't expect the second player to drop that delayed. And it gave Valiance and Co just that extra little bit of push, and by that time, they'd already gotten most of Team Preparation to rotate to B, easy rotate to A for Valiance, and an aggressive play, and Impulse not going to work out this time. Good attempt, but now they need to be taking fights. What are they doing? Just hopping through is not going to be the way to do it. Sign does get himself a couple of kills, though. Letney kills him off, and it's now a 4 versus 2. Valiance and Co haven't looked fantastic in clutches. They got a 1 or 2. In general, this probably is beyond them. Can they make it happen, though?
Spots the angle, does Letney, but he gets punished from Kurtles. Doesn't realize that there's the player close. So, bomb under his control, and he will take down Hunter as well. So that's what Team Preparation needed. They keep 4 players alive. The double AWP setup lives as well, which will help their economy. And for Valiance and Co, of course, they've got plenty of money, so they're not too worried about that.
Yeah, there should be good. I mean, 7 rounds is okay. Ideally, I think you'd probably want 8, 9 at most. That's about as most you could reasonably hope for. I mean, getting huge T rounds is rare these days, although Team Preparation does have the double AWP, and it could come back to bite them because it is such an expensive buy.
And of course, a liability often in those retake scenarios. Muller, though, does have a nice angle. Yeah, he should be flashed off. So he's probably going to fall back there. Yeah, it does give way while Auto Director decides to look at a wall. Thank you.
Yep. Doubling up in mid, but not much control of the long area. And hopefully Muller has an internal sense of timing, because that smoke is not a wall, as a famous caster once said. Valiance and Co just dragging it out. You're trying to bleed Team Preparation of their utility.
I gotta say, Preparation's done pretty well to hang on to that utility, and there's some information for Mike Dick as well.
Yeah. Aggressive there. Sign, though, is going to be the point man. Can he deal with this? No, he's going to spray wildly, do a lot of damage. Actually, not much at all. And Male, he's going to start things off well. He's the only man on the side for now. He's going to have to hold it off. Barbarians are at the gates. Can he do enough? He's going to get the second. Lanaton chiming in as well. But Hunter has found the time to get up close. The weapon swap nearly costing him there, though.
That was awkward.
Okay. That was very awkward. I don't know what Lanaton was doing there.
Doesn't work out so well, but there is a player close to connect, and he's got the bomb as well. So is he going to go for this aggressive play with the bomb on his back? That could be ill-advised, but he's going to do it. He catches him with a nade in hand, and this could actually work out. Audacious play there. And Neno.
Yeah, he must have heard them pulling the pins. There's no way you do that without hearing that kind of noise.
Ooh, and a crispy headshot there out of Hunter. So fantastic work there, but risky, but a calculated risk from Neno.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that with the bomb, though. If it was anybody else other than the bomb, I think that's an okay play to make, because you don't really want to try and plant. As soon as you plant, both are just going to rush the site and try to take the one, the 1-on-2 duel while the plant is going down. But I would not do that with the bomb. I think that's a ballsy play, to say the least.
Yeah, ballsy indeed. Bit of a misnade there, but all good. They're just facing some pistols here, so it should be a round that goes in their way. Preparation did punish them earlier on, though, when they were on pistols, so... Actually, it was the other way around. It was Valiance who did the punishing with the pistols. Now I think it was round 2.
Yep. Letney just cleaning up the team preparation boys fairly simply here. And Valiance looking very good. I mean, could get themselves to 10-5, which is a pretty solid half, to say the very least. I mean, at that point, you'd be hugely favored. You win the CT pistol, you're up to 13-5, and you are gravy for a win here. And team preparation struggling a bit to hold off these T's. And I mean, it's not for lack of headshots. I think it really just comes down to this 1 or 2 rounds where they kept losing players in situations that when they did lose a round eventually, they didn't really have the economy to deal with it. Maikta, it's a sexy shot. Neno, the controls the spray enough. Bring down the power player of team preparation.
Indeed, so the final round and the final buy, of course, for team preparation. They will have the open Muller. He's looked pretty solid with that weapon overall. They do need to probably see a little bit more out of their B players, though. Those are the guys who've been suffering a little bit at the hands of the offense here from Valiance and Co.
To be fair, they haven't really dealt with much aggression from Valiance. It's a lot of rotations into A from Mallet.
And the glass cannon as well, and gets 2, so that's fantastic work. Their sign there also chiming in, doing big work. Kurtelis as well, and Muller closes it out. Triple kill. Orpin, no armor. The glass cannon rings out, and in close situations like that, you really see that work out.
Yeah, that was some sexy shooting there from Muller. Close range, Orping, good flicks. Needed to hit the shots and did. I don't even think he took a lick of damage in that round. So that's the one thing we mentioned. Team preparation does have some really good aimers, and if you're gonna play into that sort of style, it is gonna come back to bite you. Ooh, Lannerton. Okay, let's get stabbed.
Doing the warm-up thing, but it's not going to be a long warm-up. They've decided to go straight into the second half. So if you are just joining us, this is, of course, ESEA Season 27, the playoffs of Main and Europe. Valiance and Co. versus Team Preparation. Valiance with the lead. Fairly narrow lead here. I think if they can take the CT pistol, they'd be well placed. And the same could be said for Team Preparation. The map does slightly favor the T, so Team Preparation could very well be right back in it should they take the pistol.
Yeah, team preparation with only a smoke and a molly, so no flashes to get them into sites. Valiance and Co. Sorry, a smoke and a kit, but Impulse has spotted at least 2 players, and the rotation is called from Valiance here. Bomb not very close to either site, so team preparation just seems to be trying to take as much map control as they can, with Mike just watching for any late push through the middle area.
Interesting setup. They got a player back there with the bomb as well, so I guess they were hoping to rotate the bomb rapidly depending on the response that they got. Yeah. Which is smart, of course. So, meanwhile, Lannerton poking around here, trying to sniff out a player and drop. If he can find himself a kill, we could see a rapid rotation towards that area. Meanwhile, bomb is actually in middle, so Lannerton now will be acting as the distraction man along with Sign.
Yeah, that delay from team preparation, I think, might have actually encouraged Valiance to believe in the B hit, and the drop through the connector is going to be all important. Lannerton does go down there and Sign. This should confirm for Valiance that it is in fact a B hold, and you can see that Impulse, he was in the middle of a rotate, then realized what was coming. Impulse, what a shot there, and Nino also contributing. Enemy now comes through the smoke, and team preparation, this has all fallen apart here. Set up by a wonderful shot there from Impulse, but also a dirty one by Enemy. I think it was actually through the smoke. Or Nino, I think, was through the smoke.
Jeez, that was a clever strategy out of team preparation. I liked how they set that up. Unfortunately, they just didn't find enough in the way of kills, and some dirty headshots coming in from those USPs to shut them down, including the smoke kill.
Yeah, I mean, I would have actually been happy to see maybe a P250. It gives them you that extra, the double headshot range of the pistol, of the Glock, sorry. That might have actually been fairly useful, but as it was, I mean, Impulse hit a nutty shot, and that just really shut it down. But might have been better to just push long, perhaps. I don't know if Valiance and Co. would have really held long with the USPs on that round.
So the Force, of course, as is traditional from Team Preparation, and greetings to you, Andrew and Ash. Good to see you gents here. Some of our fine mods on this channel. And Muller.
I mean, Ash is fine. I don't know so much about Andrew.
Yeah, I
So
don't know.
Impulse
He is a dirty individual. Wouldn't trust him.
Yeah.
But we love
Claims
him
to be a-
anyway.
claims to be a bird yet can't fly.
Yeah, that doesn't seem realistic. Not that we don't have ostriches in Africa, of course. They don't fly.
No.
As far as I'm told. Some pressure coming in here, and the pressure yielding a kill, and that's the only kill so far. Another coming in, and that's all that they'll get. 2 kills, and the rifles will live here for Valiance and Co. So Team Preparation not really doing enough.
Team Preparation bringing down... Sorry, Valiance and Co. bring Team Preparation back to earth there as... This should be an easy round. Impulse and Hunter are the men charged with the farming. Remains to be seen if they're lucky enough to meet those players. The Impulse rushing towards the A long area. Hunter along with the pack at the edge, the end of the platform. So he's going to be up close. He's going to get the first kill, but takes an instantaneous dink, and that's not going to be a nice feeling for Hunter. He's going to have a bit of a headache after that. Impulse taking an extended duel with an MP9 at range against a Glock. That seems like Silver 1 level things, but
Really?
Yeah.
Madness, I say.
I don't know how
Madness.
this fight. I don't know how that fight's going on.
It's
for
a
that
cripple
long.
fight.
Yeah, it is very, very crazy. Enemy, he should be spotting some free frags moving through mid. Impulse is going to grab himself another one. See, gets a third, gets a fourth. Does he get the ace? It's going to be a terrible ace. It's not a great one sign, and he's not going to get it. Impulse gets wrecked, punished for his sins. An enemy will come through just to clean it up in the end there, but so we had that round, an extended duel with 2 of the worst ranged weapons in the game, and then a 4K.
Yep, paraplegics throwing their crutches at each other is kind of what it looked like, unfortunately. Apologies for the insensitivity on that one, but yeah, if he got the ace, it would have been the worst ace ever, basically.
Yeah, that's like 2 little kids that have like never gone outside the house, just wailing on each other. Didn't really look very impressive at all as Valiance and Co. They are getting aggressive on the platform, and it's going to cost them. Letney didn't get a good smoke there, and actually set up by a rather terrible molly, to be honest. That's not going to cover you if Team Preparation does do what is a fairly common strategy, that boost up onto the wooden boxes area.
And of course, talking about crutches and things, we do have our wonderful Ash in chat, and I'd actually back Ash in a fight, man. I don't know about you. He's
That's
pretty
'cause
rough.
Ash that's because Ash has guns,
He does
bigger
it, man.
guns than like probably 3/4 of esports combined, and Impulse doesn't need anybody to combine with him as he removes the top of Kurt Liz's head. Gonna try and assist his AWP now. This boost is gonna come back to bite them. Got a bit of a surprise. Not a good one. Somehow survives that.
4v4, but a couple of players fairly low here. Difficult situation. 40 seconds on the clock, and they're just about to hit you. Flash will gather some time there. Hunter somehow doesn't get the kill, but his teammate is there to get an impulse with a terrible miss, but he will follow it up by actually hitting something. Valiance and Co. do get the round, but yeah, it was not pretty.
Anemic from Team Preparation, I think would be the best way to put it.
Jeez, yeah, Ash's biceps, yeah. Balloons. As Pengu says there. Of course, I'm getting distracted. 13-6 Team Preparation on the force by running out of rounds here. Valiant's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, looking very, very good. Good T-half. Their CT seems to be impenetrable to Team Preparation right now, and that all from Team Impulse is the perfect way to start it off. Is he going to be able to hit these close shots? He's going to get the first 2, not the third, though. Enemy taking huge damage in order to help out his teammate there. And gets them into an odd situation. It's not the end of the world. Valiance does still have 4 players alive, but that AWP in the hands of Mike Dech could come back to bite them, and the P250 is also a deadly weapon in modern CSGO. So Valiance has to be very, very careful about the fights they take.
Jeez, but a year ago it was a WMD for $300. Nowadays it's still a mighty weapon, that P250, and he could get himself a kill here. Oh, unfortunately going to get shot in the back. The distraction there from his teammate going down is the issue. The double AWP will live. 14-6. It's only round 6 of the second half, and already Valiance in a pretty good position to potentially close it out. So, team preparation do need to get a foot in the door here.
That they do. Door sort of has been shut, and I got a couple of blue toes right now from Valiance and Co consistently slamming it on them. But the Swedes, I mean, this is their map pick, so they have to have a chance of this. I mean, I don't really know what they look like on Inferno. We haven't seen them on Inferno. But could be rough days for the boys from Sweden there, as going to get themselves essentially a free B site, as Hunter does push through the smoke, but that's going to cost him his life. Enemy with a very fast flank could be the break player here, as Nino pushes through, gets himself one kill, but gets traded up. Mike Tech getting a couple of kills. Insane. He should be going down. That kill needed to happen from the player and drop there, and that's unfortunate. Enemy just not getting his timing correct. Impulse and Enemy, the last two players for Valiance and Co. Can the Serbs make this work? I don't think it's going to be possible. This is a very difficult site to retake in team preparation. We've actually run out of utility, so it could come just down to the duels. They're going to catch timings as well. That Enemy goes down. Impulse, the last man player, hits a good close range AWP shot, but not really the weapon you want to be in a retake with.
Definitely not. And he's got to bug out, and he's not going to be able to. Mike Dick takes him down. I got to say, I was really impressed on the site take there with how fast they were. I was concerned that Lantern was possibly way too far in front of his support player, you know, going in as the entry player. He was like making some distance between himself and the second guy, but thankfully he got the kill, didn't go down, and from there, because they pushed so fast, they had a ton of control.
Yeah, I mean, it did also mean that Valiance and Co just sort of sat behind the wall of smokes. Usually you'll see some kind of death from Impulse, and Male starts things off well for his team.
Actually, unfortunately, a little bit of robot voice from you again. Hopefully we can fix that. Sorry about that, guys. Some aggression here out of Hunter, though. And he is going to walk into the spray from Mike Jig. Nobody dies there. Mike Jig definitely comes off a little bit worse for wear. And finding the angle as Kurtulers must have spotted just the barest pixel of him then. Whew, that wallbang there out of Letney, if he'd hit that, I would have laughed. That would have just been some crazy, crazy stuff. So
That would have been filthy. We would have directed him to go take a shower. Not a Cape Townian shower, a Joburg shower, because you desperately do need a long one to cover that off.
Flick.
Enemy. That was some sexy stuff. But Nino, though, is going to be set up. Can he get enough kills? He's going to get one. He's going to get two. Does not get the third.
And the timing there, what a flick from Letney. And 36 HP on him. He is facing a guy with 100 HP, but the AWP, it don't care about that. Is he going to push the smoke? He's shown a propensity for this so far in the game. I really hope he doesn't. Please don't be crazy here. Kurtulers, of course, in position here to potentially clutch things out for his team. And they do so sorely need it. They're only on 7. They've got exactly half of the score of Valiance. So Kurtulers, it's absolutely crucial that he does clutch this for his team. And he should see the gun barrel coming around the corner. The AWP does precede itself, and it will. And there's the kill for Kurtulers. So fantastic work there from team preparation. They are back in this.
And Valiance goes on a save. So, I mean, even better from team preparation. They're going to buy themselves probably another round at the very least. So they'll get themselves up to 9. Valiance Co should save here. There's no reason to force up. You still have a lot of rounds to play with. You don't want to be taking silly risks and putting yourself in with a chance of losing the map. So Valiance Co play the safe route. Couple of guys with upgraded weaponry and some utility. I don't really like that grenade though. I mean, I would be much happier to see just some flashes. I think a flash, like one grenade, is not going to do that much unless you land it on the guy. And
Yeah, it does
I mean,
too.
It's done nothing.
A whole 2 damage.
I mean, maybe if he was expecting the B rush, that would have worked, but still seems odd.
Yeah, quite a Hail Mary buy there, and a Hail Mary nade as well overall. Hey, good to see you, Tazzy. Thanks for showing up, man. And map, probably a little closer than it actually looks.
Did they hear that?
Yeah, I was going to say, did they actually hear the nade bouncing off the player? Meanwhile, bit of dancing going on towards long A there, because of course there's nobody there.
Yeah, team preparation is trying to take control of... Well, they were taking control of drop. They've now taken control of platform. Be an easy win from here on out. Valiance and Co doesn't really have a lot of players in the site. They're going to try and get going with a quick flank, but at this point, it's all up to Letney, and he's showing the power of a $300 gun there, as Sign and friends are going to move in like the Mongol horde and reap the Serbian team. Last two remaining players push out long, and team preparation well set to make this a fairly easy round.
While they're making hard work of trying to hit that shot, there will be the kill through the smoke dust, spot out the leg, and it's all on impulse. I don't think he can really do too much here unless he gets a really lucky peek of some kind. And he's not going to be lucky. Mark took with probably the 7th bite at that particular bite does pick him up eventually. Interesting.
I mean, yeah.
I see DK actually put out on Twitter now that Navi demanded $1.2 million for Simple and Flamey.
1.2 million.
Yes.
Simple and Flamey. So not 12, which is what everybody thought.
Yeah, it's funny how the
tenth of that
rumor mill
amount.
can be wrong, as it turns
Yeah.
out. I just thought that
Well,
was
I mean,
funny.
I think 1.2 million is probably like 1 million at the very least for Simple and 200k for Flamey, which is a steal on Flamey. But
Probably too little for Simple.
it is probably too little for Simple. But I mean, SK Gaming, if you listen to what Thorin says, are notoriously stingy in terms of spending money on players. So that's never going to fly.
Still interesting stuff there. Just thought I'd mention it. Meanwhile, interesting stuff happening on the server. 14-9. Team preparation definitely in with a shot now. It was looking bad for them. Now they're in a pretty good position here. If they can take this round, they could reset the economy here of Valiance yet again and potentially find themselves on, I'd say, at least 11 before there's any possibility of a reply.
Yeah.
Look at this
dear
push from
Lord,
Hunter.
Hunter. I mean, that aggression hasn't worked out a lot at all, but I mean, this time it does, big time. Preparation. Just thinking that smoke was a savior, when in fact it held dangers indeed. And enemy feels like he's going to be walking. Oh, impulse gets second bite of the chair. I was going to say he got a bit unlucky there with the timing, but is able to turn things around. Lanaton. Again, timing just seems to be killing team preparation at the moment, as Hunter suspected something was up. And Valiance, it's a 4 versus 2 in their favor. Can they make this work? Letney should be pushing out of the smoke. He does indeed get himself an easy kill there. Lanaton at point blank range with an AWP. That's never going to be an easy win, and clearly Valiance and Co up to that task. 15-9 as team preparation now in dire straits. They have to win out every single round just to take it to overtime, and they have looked pretty shonky on the T half, to be fair.
Yeah, not looking good. That was the round they needed to win, and failing that, they're probably in the position where it's almost unwinnable, but they're still going to try with what they've got. They do have some of the bits that they might need to succeed, and they're going fast. It worked for them when they went fast before, but that utility's slowing them down. Hunter now fully flashed. He's going to bump into a player there. That was kind of awkward. And there is the entry, and through the smoke, Kurtles finds himself a kill as well.
Yeah, a much more aggressive hold from Valiance this time with those wall of smokes. Not going to work out either, as Impulse is going to come here. Quick movement and quick flick. They actually haven't checked the area yet. Letney, oh, he's going to spot one player. That's the worst nightmare when somebody just stares directly. But Letney could actually win this. He's gotten 2 kills. He needs to get the last 2. Can he make it happen? He should know where at least some of the players are. The bomb is not actually planted for the player at the door area, so he knows that Kurtles is going to have to take the fight. He's going to hold it now. Does Sign do anything? No, Sign has nerves of steel, and Letney doesn't actually know where he is. I would have thought they'd know. But well played there by Sign, as he does in fact win it. How does he take almost no damage? That does not make sense. But anyway, team preparation 10-15. And Sign, oh dear lord, he's probably dragging those cojones around at this point.
Yep, those are titanium diamond plated cojones. Those are massive. How do you not peak based off of that? But he just...
Yeah, the bomb's not even planted for him. He's just like, I'm gonna sit right here.
I'm comfortable where I am. So there we go. Team preparation, thanks to Sign hanging on to it, and Letney with the... Well, a very, very sneaky play to stay in chicken coop that entire time. That is some nutty stuff, but the fact that Sign managed to fake him out there, even crazier.
Yeah. In a game of chicken, it's the one who blinks first that loses. As Mullet, he's not going to blink, and he's going to pick up Letney for free there. It is a round heavily favored towards team preparation. Valiance and Co. will be double saving here. And the Swedes will be able to get themselves up to probably 12 rounds unless something wild happens. And Hunter, well, wild is not in his vocabulary, unfortunately, this round. And Mike Tuch and friends will be hunting Impulse, okay? Somehow Impulse is dodging and diving and ducking and weaving. Gets himself one killed, goes down immediately afterwards.
So all an enemy, it's not going to work for him, of course. No way. There is no way. But the team preparation, you got to feel, had they taken that pistol run, they could be in a position to win this game. But they've just been chasing it a little bit too much. The fact that it's map point for Valiance and Co, they've still got some headroom to deal with. Team preparation can't afford any kind of mistake.
No, they can't. I mean, the one thing that is slightly deceptive about team preparation is that they've actually won a lot of their T rounds here against anti-ecos. Or against eco, sorry. So I think it is a little bit deceptive as to how good they are. This will be their 4th round on the T side, so they won the first one, which with that aggressive play, that was great. Then they got essentially a free round as enemy gives them a free kill. And then they got that rush, but it was a 1v1 at the end, and now they've got another eco. So I'm hesitant to say the team preparations actually had a good T side. They've won rounds that have bought them extras because Valiance and Co being low on economy. So I wouldn't say the team preparation necessarily having a great T side at the moment.
Well, they're going to need to step it up, certainly, and against what's a fairly, shall we say, strained buy here for Valiance and Co. There's the Mag 7, the FAMAS out as well. They do have an opportunity. Of course, though, that Mag 7 has also shown itself to be a dangerous enemy in drop or towards that B plat area.
Yeah, it is going to be Hunter charged with that, so he's doing his mini JW impression. Impression just clearing out the drop area. They've made actually pretty good use of the drop area, to be fair. Tend to go with the late lurk through the drop area. Much more heavy B plat control than Valiance and Co ever attempts on their T side. As Nino, he does hear the drop, so he knows that there's players in that drop down area, and that's going to force him off the angle. It leaves Valiance and Co fairly light on the B side for the moment, though.
Scary angle, and he's going to get himself a kill there. I liked how they took control of drop there, but the retake of drop equally on point.
Yeah, it was good teamwork, flashing in, shotgun at point blank range while you're blind.
So map point still here for Valiance. Team preparation, 1 man down, so can't afford to lose any more players here. And setting their sights on this B-bomb side. Hunter now with that stolen AK. He's going to be tapping away, gets himself 1 before getting traded off, but it is a 2v4. Sign, we saw his big brass balls, his cojones there. He's going to need to bring him out here, and he's in a 1v3. He has to ace to win this round, and he's doing everything he can with a triple kill, but it's not going to be enough.
Well played there by Sign, but in the end, Valiance and Co take, I mean, I wouldn't say a routine victory, but a hard-fought victory in the end. Had a bit of shaky time on the CT sides with some of the rushes that terrorists were able to get on the B side, but in general, I think overall, Valiance and Co definitely the deserving victors of this map.
Quite so. So, of course, we have another map coming up. It is a best of 3. With ESEA, we're used to best of 1s, but they are best of 3s these days. So what we'll do is let's bring up the stats for you guys quickly, just so you can see what's going on here before we move on to the second map. There'll probably be a slight break before the second map, but bringing up the numbers doesn't seem to have loaded correctly. Let's try that again.
Yeah, I got the numbers better than you. I know how to press F5.
Let's go by the numbers.
Well, by the numbers tells me that the best fragger in the game was in fact Enemy, followed up by 2 of his teamies. But in general, I think team preparation didn't do too badly in the fragging department. It just felt like a lot of their rounds were predicated on hitting shots, and when they didn't hit shots, they tended to lose fairly simply. Valiance and Co also, a lot of their rounds, there was no like massive amount of crazy plays. Sorry, crazy strats, but in general, just more consistent hitting their shots, set things up a lot better, and consistently did damage to team preparation on the T side. So when preparation did lose rounds, they ended up having to double eco or to eco, and they never really lost those. So they never really even came close to winning some of those rounds. So Valiance ended up with a fantastic T side, and a solid CT side. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was solid.
Absolutely. So we're going to be waiting for the server to change because, of course, the server changes between maps and ESEA. So while we wait for that to come through, we will take a quick break. We do appreciate all of you joining us, including you, Mr. G-Max. Good to see you here. So we will be back in a few minutes. Give it a few minutes for the server to change, and we'll see whether Valiance are going to continue their lead here and potentially close things out, or whether preparation can hit back and hit back strongly.
They're going to need it.
If you think you'll break me down, I'm loving when you call me out. You're running in circles now, but you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Welcome to the other side of my nightmare. Wanna make it something you are gonna regret. It's a little hard to breathe when you're down here, suffocating on the memories of your bullshit. It's not something that you wanna remember. I swear this is something that you wanna forget. If you think that you're alive right now, keep dreaming. I swear I'm never gonna let you wake from this. If you think you'll break me down, I'm loving when you call me out. You're running in circles now, but you got nowhere to hide. You better say your last goodbyes and wipe the tears from your eyes. Too late to apologize. Now you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Welcome to my wicked world of illusion. Wanna make you disappear, but I know you won't. In the madness of the smoke and confusion, now you see me. It's not something that you wanna remember. I swear this is something that you wanna forget. If you think that you're alive right now, keep dreaming. I swear I'm never gonna let you wake from. If you think you'll break me down, I'm loving when you call me out. You're running in circles now, but you got nowhere to hide. You better say your last goodbyes and wipe the tears from your eyes. Too late to apologize. Now you got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And it looks like we just missed the knife round there, but it's all good. We are back. Can you hear me, Mr. Prof?
I can.
Well, that is good news. It was really quick. Unlike what we often see, we see like extended 20-minute breaks. These teams having none of it. They want to go right at it. So we are on Inferno, and we're just about ready to go. This is ESEA Season 27, the playoff stage for ESEA main in Europe. Team Preparation versus Valiance. Valiance the higher seed in this particular game, but Preparation showing that they are no slouches whatsoever. CT side for them here.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple for the team that has picked this map. And that would in fact be Team Valiance and Co. What am I saying?
Yeah, Valiance did look really good against Heroic in the DreamHack Marseille qualifier on this map, so I'd expect them to look good.
Yeah, I mean, Valiance and Co looked good on the first map, so I mean this is another one of those maps where T sides have shown some pretty heavy strength as we're into the pistol now. And I mean, it's another map where if you can control the CT economy, it becomes incredibly difficult to hold off, especially B-side pushes.
Very passive out of both teams again. Nobody wanting to take any kind of risk at this stage. But B-side is where they're intending to go, and they've committed there pretty early on the rotation. You think that they might be drawn into getting there as quickly as possible, and they're going to have to. Impulse here. The boys getting into the sites. It's a bit of damage exchange, but some nice smokes. They are going to hold off the CTs for now, so they should get a fairly clean bomb plant here. And then it will be retake time. And they're going for the boost, and the smoke was clearing. That might have been a bad option, but they still get the kill Preparation with advantage, and there's another kill for Laniton. The trade's coming in though, and Hunter getting himself one before being traded off. 2v2 situation, but Laniton being pressured here. He should not live through this situation and doesn't. But the HP is super low, and this is going to favor Kurtulers. He just needs a body shot or two here, but Letney will not let him.
Kurtulers, is he going to take the fight? He is indeed, and that's well played there. He does have the kit, so this is a wonderful turnaround here from Team Preparation. I think Valiance and Coach took a little bit too long to get into the side and get the bomb planted down. Would have been better to try and get it down a little bit quicker. As it was, their smokes were just timing out by the time that the bomb finally went down, and they were trying to set up for post-plant. And also, I don't think they needed to take control of construction a little bit earlier. Just leaving it open there gave Team Preparation enough time to basically the player in construction just bought enough time for Valiance for Team Preparation so that Valiance couldn't really get into great after plants, although Valiance is going to force up here, so it's an interesting one as Laniton is going to get punished for the no head armor, as Mike Tuck is going to do whatever he can. Quick movement here from Team Preparation will get them into decent positions for this after plant. Hunter needs to be spotted here. He is not going to be spotted in time. He's going to plant in the smoke though. Mike Tuck's not aware of the possibility. Oh, he gets lucky. Male.
Drops the bomb, and the plant doesn't come in. It must have been just a microsecond left there. And now it's almost retake time without the bomb down, and the HP, I was going to say, doesn't favor them, but when Impulse brings in a headshot like that and Letney follows it up, what are they going to do? All on Kurtulers. He's got the rifle. He is facing players with less than stellar weaponry, but there's just too many angles for him, and he will go down. Valiance and Co stealing the round.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, all set up by the lack of head armor on Team Preparation there. I mean, it felt like there was no head armor. I don't know if there was any other damage, but that MAC-10 just ruining. Who was it? Laniton's face, I think it was.
Yeah, really.
Was it Mike Tuck?
That was Laniton, and Mike Tuck also went down to a MAC-10 as well. It just wasn't his face. Body shot that time, but. Oh, the airstrike going in, dropping Mullet to 12 HP. He's lucky to still be alive.
Mike Tuck playing the close angle with that CZ, just not getting the timing correct there. He's going to attempt it again. Don't really know if it's going to work out. Needs to get a little bit of assistance and set it up perfectly there with that flash. They will be forced back, so unable to recover the weapon, but a decent start for Team Preparation and a good recovery after the huge damage done to their scout player.
Another flash. He just keeps getting flashed in here, and on the third bite gets the second kill. So Laniton, well, between him and his teammate there, doing quite a bit of damage. I just realized, hang on, there were 3 flashes, so it was actually different people peeking, and Muller getting caught off completely. Impulse getting all the way out here and gets himself 3, so he's just eviscerating the defense there on the A site single-handedly.
Yeah, so much work done by the B side players, which is generally the harder side to hold when you have low economy, doing whatever they can to hold it up, and then unfortunately the B side just collapses once
You can see
Impulse. Yeah, Hunter goes down, but Nino shoots him through the smoke. Mike Tuch doing whatever he can. Lannerton, at this point, I'd say just save. You have armor, you have a CZ, you can drop that over to another player. You also have, yeah, I was gonna say, and a Galil. I mean, he's got everything that he can to at least pump up another player on his team.
Yeah,
Team
you convinced
preparation.
him pretty well.
Did I?
Yeah, he must have been listening.
I'm a politician. I can convince him to do things that are against the greater good.
Prof bringing out the politics. None allowed, of course, but hey, I'll allow it. It's my stream. Was
Hey,
one
I didn't name drop anybody. I
true.
didn't name drop any countries. I didn't name drop any political parties.
Yep. 2-1, yeah, for Valiance and Co. Team preparation will be on the save. So this easy will be dropped over. Maybe they can do some damage, and they have shown themselves to be quite a versy adversary, shall one say, when it comes to that B-bomb site. It's just that Valiance are hitting some crazy shots at this point.
Yeah, I mean, team preparation has actually got a pretty good way of holding the B side that I've found. That aggressive play with the flashes, it's staggered, so Valiance never really knows when it's coming. The aggression this time from Valiance taking instant control of the upper area. And looks like it's going to be a quick execute there onto the B side. Just not really keen on waiting. Team preparation has actually heavily stacked the side, but don't really have the weapons to hold it very well. Down will go Muller. Kurtler's waiting for that flash. He's going to expect this to come through. He's going to get one. He's not going to get the second, though. As Letny and Neno combining well. They know all the tricks and don't allow it to happen. Lannerton should just be saving once again. Still got that Galil, still got the armor and a smoke. No need to get hasty, no need to overplay your hand. It is still a pretty powerful weapon, even though it is a piece of junk in terms of how you spray.
I do recall 3 Clicks Philip doing a video on it saying that it's better than the FAMAS, provably.
That's
of course,
because the
both are terrible, you know.
Yeah. It's degrees of terrible. It's really what you're arguing there.
Indeed, so talking about terrible, not actually a terrible buy for either side. They've got everything they need, and team preparation actually with a lot of nades in hand, considering. So going into the buy round, it is the 5th round, of course. The Mactania for Neno could actually be a pretty scary prospect, considering only one player is head on me here for team preparation.
Yeah, the Mac 10 should be able to get a huge amount of work, and the M4 on Impulse. So team preparation is going to have to hit their shots and make certain that Impulse doesn't get first attempt, because that could ruin a lot of their players. And I mean, Impulse has looked good. That entry on the anti-eco really set things up for them.
Impulse is quite a rebel, though. You notice his picture every time we've casted this team is always different to the rest.
Isn't that a League of Legends character?
I think it is.
I feel like it. I feel like it is. It looks like the artwork that they tend to use, but then again, I'm a League of Legends potato, and enemy turns Lannerton into a potato there. As Mike Tuck doing whatever he can to keep himself alive. I don't really know about that grenade switch. It's going to cost him in the end. Valiance and Co, though. Once again, this B-hold just... I mean, there's no team in World CS that has actually figured out how to hold it. As Letny is able to get another long-range spray, this time against Kurtlers.
Yeah, that was quite some spray control there, but he does get it in the end. And after getting themselves the pistol round here, team preparation been taking quite a bit of pain from Valiance.
Yeah, and this is just, I mean, like I said, it's a similar problem that Cobblestone experiences, is that because of the nature of the B site, if you don't really have a lot of utility, it becomes an incredibly difficult site to hold. Yeah, sure, you can hit, like, hitting shots can save you, but there's only so much you can do when you've got multiple players rushing you down. If they have any sort of utility flashes and all the rest, I mean, they're the ones making the play, so you basically have to wait on them, wait for the flash, and then try to take fights. It's really not a great idea to try and hold B with minimal utility. You've seen team preparation try it. They've got a lot more of a defensive hold. They sit deep in the site, but that does also at the same time give Valiance a lot of map control towards B, which means that they can also then start exploiting the A site fairly heavily. You can see team preparation has no control of B. They're sitting all the way at the top there. There is nothing being done about banana control, which means that Valiance and Co can now just get aggressive towards A because they know that team preparation is forced so far back into B that there's no real worry of any play that you make towards A being discovered.
Yeah, that is a concern at this stage. Turtling this early on. And there's the wraparound from Arch coming in. We'll face the play and in the kill for Muller, but I think that's probably all they're going to get.
Impulse with another 3k on the entry, so that M4 looking pretty solid for him.
Yeah, it is working out pretty well for him. And he could have actually dropped it previously to pick himself up an AK had he wanted to. Ooh, Sign, I don't think your destiny is to actually make this cross, man.
Yeah, super low HP. He's going to just hide in the corner. Needs a bit of assistance here. Mike Tich has to get going quickly. But Valiance and Co. just, I mean, not getting too aggressive. They're not really all that keen on hunting for frags. So, I mean, it does on the other hand keep, make certain that their economy is good. It's a reasonable style, and we've seen this exploited to devastating effect by Nip in the old days. If they had 2 players alive, you know that they were saving, let them save. They usually are going to try to buy around those saved weapons, and they'll never really have a proper buy, and you can just wreck a lot of teams that do it. Double AWPs.
Indeed, double AWP brought out, and it was fairly effective for them in the previous map. The only thing I'll say here is this map does favour the CTs a little more than Cobble would have, so they are chasing the game a little earlier on than I think they might have liked to.
Ooh,
Lennett's going to take a nade, but he will take himself a kill as well, and escapes with his life. Teammate there to flash him out, but he didn't actually have anyone next to him to trade, so risky play, but it works out.
yeah, that time they get lucky with no flashes from the Valiance and Co side, but if the Serbs had had a flash or two, that probably goes very south for team preparation.
So it's on Valiance to try claw back the numbers here. And so far being very passive again, as you mentioned, preparation sitting very far back. And it does make them hard to fish out, but they're not going to be that aware of where the players potentially are. Doesn't matter though when you're going to step into somebody's crosshair. Hunter obliging nicely there for Mella.
Yeah, the one problem with playing so deep in sight is that it does also not allow you any real sort of information. You're basically hoping to win the fights as they come. You know, there's no like, oh, let's try and stack, or we know that we can stack A side or B side. It's just, we have to hit the shots when they come.
Didn't look like he had seen him, but does get the kill in the end and gets another, does Lannerton. Making that AWP look good before he eats a bullet to the face. And now it is on Impulse. He's gotten lots of multi-kills here, but he'd have to ace to win this round.
And doesn't really have the time either. As soon as that bomb plant goes down, okay.
They actually let him. I'm very surprised by that. Very obliging of them.
I mean, didn't really have the time to fake, so... Yep, he's going to get the first kill. Now they know his position, he has to get this out. They don't really have any way of getting him out there. So all he has to do is not wide peek, and he does just that, and Sign is able to pick up the kill.
Well, nice and easy in the end, but he does take 2 weapons off them at least, so making the effort. Team preparation will go up to 2 here, so it'll be 2-5 on the scoreboard. Preparation still very much in the game, going into round 8. But they do need to get a wriggle on. They got to get back the deficit on the scoreboard, and they got to do it fast.
That they do. It's not a map that you want to be giving up too many rounds to the T's, even though it is a very difficult map to hold against the T's. So Valiance & Co. off to a great start. Deep preparation. Still, money is a bit shaky. You need to be a bit careful. And you can see that round has given team preparation quite a bit of confidence in taking at least some level of banana control. They'll just stave off the early pushes from Valiance & Co. But again, defensive hold, allowing Valiance & Co. the complete control of banana.
Valiance are going to eventually start to exploit this more fully, I think, when they realize, because they have seen a bit of early aggression off B at times, but past that they haven't really probed. So at some point when they figure this out, that B bomb site's going to be even more vulnerable than it has been so far.
Yeah, and once you figure out that they constantly have an AWP holding the
archers area and you can flash him off that corner, it becomes very, very easy. I mean, they could, in theory, just split right through the archers area if they can get down the smokes to, you know, the library smoke, and then just flash Milo off the corners the whole time. They could easily get through to B, and then you can split B, because again, you're so close up on B site with that banana control, it really does leave Team Preparation in a terrible situation. Male is going to be flashed off. He's going to have to jump through smoke and into sight. He's in a terrible position for this off. The rest of the team is going to need to make some frags happen. Sign gets 2, but it's not enough. Male has gone down in sight, and Team Preparation in a horrible position for a retake. They have an AWP and an M4. They have and 2 mollies. Yep, save time. There's no way you can even attempt this. They also don't have great money. So Valiance and Co. just using clever execute there, just cutting off the A side, taking the fights with the guys in the pit and on the balcony, and in the end, Team Preparation, just no real way to deal with that. You need to be able to take crossfires. Didn't really have any setup, and Valiance and Co. able to win the individual deals.
Tough stuff here for Team Preparation. They got some issues. It's going to be 6-2, and for them now, with 2 weapons saved, it's going to be really difficult to buy around it. And as we were talking about yesterday, it's one of those sort of situations where it's tempting to purchase around the 2 weapons that you save, and that just makes things worse for you.
Yeah, you can see the players will be buying up, but Kin, Sfamasas, I mean, there probably will be 2 Famasas. They're going to get some utility. So, in the end,
It's reasonable.
It's reasonable. I mean, they only really lack in a couple of flashes and maybe a grenade on Male, but other than that, they did lose one of the AWPs. It's going to be on Laniton to hold down the B site, and Valiance and Co. this time not doing much with B. Team Preparation a lot more aggressive. They have their AWP holding all by himself. He's going to be forced off again, and you can see it's just this constant ability to get B control or banana control means that Team Preparation has no advanced knowledge of what's going on. They play so deep into sight that when Valiance and Co. hits with an execute, you're basically, it's like they're going A and then you're being hit. It's not like you don't really have any sort of, you know, potential knowledge about something coming in. They will get the rotation now from Team Preparation, as Hunter will pull a bit of information, just delay as best he can. Maketech does get the kill though, and this is slowing down the Valiance and Co. push. 3 on 5. Maketech is going to get himself a second, and that's that for Valiance and Co. It's 2 on 4. They can't really do a whole lot here. It's going to come up to some crazy shots now, although they do have some utility to help.
2v4 situation. Impulse, the man with the big green gun. He's going to need to land some shots, especially now in a 1v4. You'd think it's almost impossible for him. Yeah, they do have the utility to try to flash him out as well. Laniton will take him down. So Team Preparation, they win the crucial round. So of course they were fully invested in there. Had they lost that round, the half is pretty much spiraling out of control from there.
Yeah, Valiance just not able to get into the site in time. Not really able to exploit the Molotov to the new boxes. And in the end, Valiance lose their 3rd round. I mean, they still have tons of money to buy. And once again, it must be said, Team Preparation does not have great economy. This is the problem with the CD side. You have to buy so much economy to hold off your sites on Inferno.
Utility, you mean?
Sorry, yeah. You have to buy so much utility to hold off the pushes on Inferno that can actually end up biting a pretty big. Impulse catches a grenade with his head, though.
Gonna need some dental work after that one.
Yeah. More than dental work, probably some facial reconstruction as well.
Bringing in that new form of surgery. Oh. Spots a foot there. I do like my medical dramas. Period medical dramas, in fact. Oh, jeez, the wide peak, and he gets 2. Laniton does get punished in the end there, but got a lot more than he bargained for.
It looked like he set up for a 3, you know, like a double collab, but it didn't quite work out there as some style out of the Team Preparation AWP. And Valiance and Co. this time, they will have B side, but no lurks. So Team Preparation, you can see Sign's just not aware of what's going on. Bomb will go down now.
Cool. And
once again, Letney catching a grenade, this time with his feet. So, I mean, attempting soccer, it's not going to work out so well. They do still have absolutely no utility, so it's going to be a huge issue. 2 AWPs to hold off the retake. Hunter has to win this fight. He does indeed, and that will be the lurk gone. Malek goes down. It's now a 2 versus 3. Certainly possible, but they're going to need to make certain about this. Oh, Letney. Does he spot the player through the smoke? He does indeed. That smoke is slightly off, and he will have the angle. They're going to try boost over.
Oh!
And the jump ruins their chances. Kurtlis gets both.
And the fact that they were quite low there helps him out as well. So that got really dicey. Very close to fuse, but they do win the round. Still haven't broken the back of the Valiance economy, though. So for team preparation, they'll still be teetering on the brink here, despite winning 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is about Valiance is that their CT side, sorry, their T side, they're very good at making it expensive. So you know, it's never like they don't just rush into a site and all die with 4 players in the enemy team live. It's like a very grindy style. It's difficult for team preparation to easily win the round. So it's constantly coming down to like 2-on-2s, 1-on-1, 1-on-2s type thing. As Letney, he needs a flash to help him out here. Timing is not going to favor Lantern. Looked like it might, but unfortunately the repeat does him in.
Starting to get caught with that aggression as well. And they're going to catch the second guy in the site as well. He is not long for this world. He gets planted in the ground, and it's probably time to save. And Hunter, on the lurk here, finds himself 1, which does further damage, and that's damage that team preparation can ill afford. Valiance now starting to figure out that B bomb site defense, as you said.
Yeah, the problem with the B holes, I mean, we've seen it a lot in South Africa, particularly the damage control side was very famous for that incredibly passive B hold, and it's just the issue is that you're so reliant on hitting shots at the end of the day that like if you can't hit the shots, it's going to come back to bite you big time. And you can see team preparation on occasion they could hold it off, but it's always they throw the first PC utility like the molly there, and then as soon as you're about to throw the second one, Balance is like, well, this is the only guy in sight, let's just run through the molly and shoot him.
Yeah, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it's just really, really horrible to play against that kind of CS because it's pretty simple to understand exactly, you know, the utility that the opponents have, and you can exploit it to devastating effect as we've seen here. I mean, again, team preparation doesn't have terrible utility, got decent weaponry overall apart from the FAMAS, but it is still the tightrope at the moment, and team preparation is just barely staying on it.
Mela getting flashed in there by his teammate to check mid. There's a little bit of information from them. We haven't seen much in the way of aggressive peaks for information. And the same setup persisting here for team preparation. And Valiance with 4 players here ready to potentially exploit it. And this time I think he might actually escape into the side. Does. Unfortunately, Order Director decides looking at a doorway is more entertaining.
Clearly.
Can't do anything about that, but...
the one interesting thing about that was that Laniton had an M4. So he was trying the same sort of like aggressive peak with the AWP, but with an M4 instead. And Mala, he's quick on that AWP, he's going to get himself Impulse. Sign is going to grab himself Letney.
Well, that's some good work here out of Sign. And he manages to move the spray over as well and remove Hunter, which is fantastic work. I think if Hunter had gotten that kill, it might have potentially turned things around now. But 5v2 here, big nade as well. And you gotta think Valiant stand no chance at this point. They shouldn't, and they won't. Laniton and Cyan will round it out. So 5-7 here, team preparation, keeping themselves in with a shot.
Yeah, and Valiance are actually fairly low on the money for the first time in quite a while. So they'll probably save up here. They do still have a couple rounds to play with, so I mean, no need to get greedy.
Oh, they're gonna get greedy.
Oh, okay, they are greedy indeed.
They didn't want to listen to you.
Nope.
Telepathic link is failing. We're going to have to talk to Valve about that. Please fix.
Why do they have nades instead of flashes? Especially on Letney. I think flashes would have been much better.
Yeah, that is an interesting one. Maybe they're going to go for some kind of play up banana or something to kill the guy on the angle. I don't know. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I agree with you. They shouldn't have done that.
I mean, it's just that they get so much more map control. You can flash Male off the corner, you can take a little bit more map control. There you can see the flash pushes him off the corner, but now they're slightly low on flashes. They've got 2 left.
So taking some mid control here. Neno, the first man in, and he finds a clean entry there. Rips his head right off. Doesn't need it after all. Sign going to be under some pressure here as well. He's facing, and he gets the kill. I thought they were going to erase him, so that's going to slow down the take. And Sign taking down Neno as well. There's also Mike managing to sneak through and get himself a kill. Meanwhile, the bomb site is in their control, and he needed to catch him there. They were trying to rotate out to recover the bomb. And this could also cause potentially a rotate towards B. I think with those 2 players together, they might just do that.
Yeah, and Mike, he is already suspecting of this plan. The T's are going to start running now. They have a flash. They got no cover for the gap though. They're going to need to time that flash either perfectly, or they're going to need to make certain they kill the Mike Tick here. Does he get it right? He does spot them, and that'll be make the call happen. Valiance and Co, they now have to fight their way out of trouble. Molly's going to come through. Angle's just a bit off. Yeah, angle's a bit off. That'll be the last piece of utility for Valiance and Co now. It's all up to their ability to pop heads. Hunter forced out there, but Impulse and Hunter pick up a pair of headshots.
Seen Mike Tick being pretty timid with some of his peaks as well, and in that particular case, he actually needed to face them there. So once they got into the site, trying to root them out with the utility they had was pretty much nigh on impossible. And it's just unfortunate, without even using their flashes, they didn't get punished for it. Valiance got the site for free, and Team Preparation not in the position to take it back. So going into the second last round of the half here, Preparation scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to get some weapons, and Valiance are going to just be running through mid here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Male's timing is just slightly off.
Oh, he's doing the work here. Very nice work there out of enemy, and that will be the bomb site in their control. And for Team Preparation, 3 players towards Banana. Is it even worth going for this? I don't think so.
Nah, they don't think so either. We'd call their rack streams as Team Preparation. Probably just look for exit frags. It's about as much as they could ask for.
Well, maybe Lannerton can find himself a nicer weapon here than a UMP potentially. You never know, but it is going to be 9-5. Very emphatic half win here for Valiance and Co. And for Team Preparation, well, they absolutely need this final round of the half. If they don't get it, it's really difficult should they lose the pistol in the second half. You'd almost say the game's over at that point.
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty much the end of the day. Team Preparation if Valiance were to win that pistol, so Valiance just trying to clean out as much of the utility as possible. So the Swedes, they're on the dumpster diving by. They reaching in, grabbing whatever they can find. As much utility as possible as well is ideal, but yeah, that's a bit of a broken buy, I think would be the kindest way to say what they got.
Really unfortunate for them, and if they were scraping the bottom of the barrel in the previous game, now they're at the Salvation Army.
I think even the Salvation Army feels bad for them at this point.
Oh, the timing. But there is the trade at least, and he could get more potentially, but oh, he might need to back out here. He gets another. I don't know how he got another, did Mully. He also did huge damage, but he has Letney catching the rotate. Mike Tick winning that duel as well. Makes it possible for them here and Sign. I think he just needs to stay alive. Shouldn't be fighting this. He needs to wait for his teammate.
Does have a molly, so I mean, if they time it well, they can do something with this, but gonna drop out the molly. That'll move the player, but I don't know if his teammate was in position to actually take advantage of that. Letney trying to get aggressive through that smoke. The flash is actually going to be slightly off, but yeah, that's the perfect way to play it there from Valiance. Get aggressive, take out one of the Team Preparation players. You know where Mike Tick is, and that will confirm it for you. So
gets himself the kill though, and he has got a kit. Oh no! He's gonna go for it now, and he has a flash as well. If Neno's not even gonna peek it. The big balls on Mike Tick, showing that he's got them to match his teammate Sign from the previous map. Yeah. Just sticks it.
Neno does not have bamboozle insurance.
No, he doesn't. So that was some fantastic work out of the Team Preparation player there. Won it pretty much against the run of play, I'd got to say. And if he didn't have that smoke, that was tickets. That was over.
Yeah, I mean, I think it actually all came down to the failed kill on the second player in mid. I think if that player goes down, then Valiance & Co almost certainly ends up winning the round and gets a 10-5 T-half. At this point, though, all to play for. Team Preparation can certainly come back. The same rules apply. If you control the CT economy, you can find a lot of profit on Inferno. Right now, though, Valiance & Co heavily favored to win the map.
Yeah, you got to say they look pretty good, and they did look good in that DreamHack Masters, DreamHack Marseille, shall I say, qualifier against Heroic on this particular map. They showed that they've got some good setups, and Danish teams are usually pretty good on this, so Team Preparation are going to have to pull out something super special here to get back in it. And first order of business. There's the kills coming in, and another kill from Male. I think he was still half flashed, and he still got that kill. And that is going to help them out, forcing the rotation off, but the bomb is actually still in spawn.
Yeah, and team preparation actually hasn't done a whole lot of anything. They will rotate one player back. That'll be Impulse. He has looked good in 1vx situations. Sorry about that.
Need a pat on the
Valiance
back there, huh?
No, not a pat on the back.
Okay, you were saying so.
Well, I was going to say that Neno is going to get lucky. He's going to spot the move towards B. And the game is up. The jig is up.
Well, they're still committing to B, despite the fact that they know they've been spotted. They need to now find the timing here. They're not going to be able to cross before the player's in position, but they will get the kill on the guy in sight, so that doesn't really matter too much. 2v4 retake, and it's going to come down to nothing but headshots here. They need headshots, do Valiance and Co. in team preparation. Absolutely need this round at all costs. Throw the farm, throw the sink at it. And there's the teamwork coming in. Mike gets the kill and rounds it out. Actually, Kurtel is taking the kill there on the second man. And that is exactly what team preparation needed.
Yeah, wonderful openings there from Male on the players getting aggressive in the apps. Opens it up for Valiance and Co. Those double kills really shutting them down. They can't get aggressive anyway after that. And it severely weakens the B-side defense.
Oh, we could be in for a real thriller here. It did get close on the previous map in the end. Team preparation deciding to do some of the heavy lifting, getting themselves back in a position to potentially win this a little bit earlier here. So possibly the comeback might be more on, but they do have to deal with this force buy.
Yep, Hunter is going to walk into the crosshairs of Kurtlis and just donate him a CZ.
Well, that's very nice of him. Considerate.
Yeah. I mean, they usually say that the poorest people are the most generous, and clearly Hunter feels the same in this game.
So taking a bit of banana control, but there's the push from Impulse. Pushes out of mid and gets himself a kill as well, which again is a fair bit of information. 2 players here on B. And I'm interested to see why they're putting so many resources in towards B, our team preparation, considering they know somebody's down on A. Oh, there's the spot.
That should indicate a B tech. I mean, an A tech now. Unless they expect Valiance to go to rotate A.
The double
They
fake
bamboozle
out.
themselves.
Yeah, they seem to be faking out themselves. Yeah, that's a bit tragic. Let's see what they can do. They do, of course, have the superior weaponry, so they should be able to deal with this without any problem, and they do. But it could have gotten dangerous. And I hope that's not a trend we're going to see in their CT side. I mean, their T side against the CTs of Valiance. Let's hope they do read them correctly for their sakes.
I mean, Valiance was actually pushing out of A because they suspected the team preparation had gone... Sorry, it was pushing out of B because they had suspected the team preparation had gone A. And all that happened is they just walked into a team preparation stack. So both teams sort of misreading the other. Team preparation just getting lucky that their stack had more guns than Valiance's.
Yep. When it's down to one of those high noon battles, if you got the bigger gun, you're generally going to win, as long as you shoot first.
Well, unless you whiff the spray.
There's also that. Valiance is going now. Got nothing really to work with here, so this should be around for team preparation. I don't see why it shouldn't go to them, but of course, you can always get CS good.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen some USP wins, full eco wins, rare, and unlikely to be the win here as Impulse does go down.
Interesting that Landerson stuck with the CZ there rather than going for something like a UMP or a MAC-10 to try to get some money in the bank, deciding, yeah, I'll just use what I got this free weapon. Might as well make use of the charity, and so far he's making pretty good use of it. Doing some damage. Taps coming in from Leighton. He gets himself 1, and that's all he's going to get. 2 players left with USPs. The bomb will go down. Shouldn't be able to do much more, but there are 2 players that are low, so you never know.
Oh. 3 players low now, so... I mean, it's unlikely, but Leighton could do some... Sorry, enemy could do some huge damage if he gets the headshots.
Nope, not going to happen. 9 all. And we do like to talk things up as commentators from time to time, but in that particular situation, it falls a little flat.
Yeah, falls very, very flat. But, I mean, at this point, team preparation well within range of a winning round, although they're going to keep two SMGs. That's a bit shaky, but okay.
can work. Valiance and Co. do not have head armor, so that'll be a huge plus for them.
Going for the
And-
bonus round.
Yep. Valiance and Co. also fairly passive Behold. Although they have started with the grenades down onto team preparation.
Does a bit less damage than one would have expected. Sometimes the nades in CS don't react quite as one would expect. There's the wall bangs coming in. Of course, these walls are quite thin, so he can do a fair bit of damage. And whew, takes a shot through the wall there. Did he actually hit him? I think he did.
Yes, he did. Just a note, you can see Valiance now has control of upper B. They'll probably start rotating a player back sometime soon because they'll realize, there you go. They now know the team preparation has to become in A because they have an aggressive hold down banana.
That's, of course, the difference between the two styles of hold, the passive or aggressive hold. And this means the defense is completely set. It's on Laniton and Co to hit all these shots because they're running into a stacked defense, and they are hitting some of the shots. Now on Mike, he's in a 1v1 for now. He needs to find this kill. Oh, and he just gets a crazy headshot. Only 3 bullets left. 12 HP here, and he uses the bomb as a fake flash, gets the kill. Mike, he looked pretty shaky in that first half, but yeah, absolutely standing up. It does mean power in Swedish, and he shows his power.
Yeah, that was some brilliant shooting there from Mike Tick, especially that second to last kill. He just instantly executes the player from B. I mean, that was dismissive as it comes. Just click, cheers, mate, and then Rex. Who was, I think, was Impulse to close range. Yeah, I mean, that was just some fantastic shooting there from Mike Tick. Really, you can't ask for much more than that. Letney copping a bit of damage as he does sit in the apps.
Utter madness. This is a pretty dirty angle, though. You got to think he's going to find himself a kill or two from here.
Well, depends on how aggressive Letney wants to get.
Gotta love that bomb as a fake flash. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's very, very rare. Enemy will get flashed out and killed, and Letney gets naded.
Still laughing about that one. Madness. Absolute madness. 9 to 10. It should be 11 to 9. Yeah, team preparation taking a bit more control. Considering that was a sort of a bonus round buy for them as well. They did pretty well to win it. It was, of course, a clutch. But still, it was exactly what they needed. And, of course, they are 1 down in this series as well.
Oof.
Tries to push through the smoke. Nice little flick there.
A very nice flick there from Mullet. As team preparation taking pretty good control of this game. Getting themselves to 11 rounds, and Valiance and Co. They're going to try, but I don't see this working out so well. Deagle gets the first one. Don't think they suspect Hunter. He's going to push through. Probably just going to be enough to save a weapon here, as they will molly him off. He's going to grab himself a UMP. Not what he wanted. I think he wanted the AK. He's going to get a bit of
Whoa.
damage.
He's doing some big damage, yeah. This is hurting the economy of team preparation.
I mean, if you wanted to get out now, would be in the time. He doesn't have a kit, so he's not really doing a whole lot of anything. Maybe just keeping preparation interested for as long as
Oh.
possible. Okay, never mind. He's just doing damage. Straight up damage. Brings it down to a 1 player alive for team preparations. This is going to do huge damage to their economy, and I mean, not really in danger of having to save, but still, that's a lot of work for essentially no investment from Valiance.
Yeah, forcing a lot of rebuys there, and of course is the cousin of Nico from FaZe Clan, so showing he's got skills and they do run in the family.
Yeah. A little bit older than Nico, but still not too shabby a player at all.
Absolutely, so it is AWP versus AWP, the full buys on both sides here. And actually, Neno doesn't have armor. That's weird. Do you think that's a misbuy, he forgot?
Did he maybe buy the AWP for Impulse?
I guess that's a possibility, but that is not ideal. And that might favor the T's here a little bit if they do manage to catch him out. So, a bit more passive out of Valiance than we saw in the previous buy round. And as I say, that enemy decides, nah, I'm done with this passive stuff.
Yeah. But as you can see, it's like Valiance at least is attempting some control down Banana so that they have advanced knowledge of what's coming in. That's just... Team preparation didn't have any of that. And you could see that, like, it usually just relied on them having crazy rounds, and that's a crazy start to a round for Sane.
That's fantastic. And of course, they had the advanced hold there, so no rotation in place. Nobody had to stop them from coming in. Laniton getting the kill. do think teams should be getting these smokes down properly these days. It's no excuse to miss that, but they don't get punished for it. So, thankfully for team preparation, no harm, no foul. And for Valiance and Co, time to save, and they're going to be doing so.
Yeah, that's the 6th round in a row that they have now lost. So, I mean, money is at loss bonus is at maximum, but it is becoming a major issue now that they have yet to find a round on the CT side.
Ooh, Impulse, he does miss the first one, but on the second bite, takes himself a sign. So not punished there too much, and if they can keep the 3 weapons, that's going to help them at least come in with a fairly strong buy, I think, in the next round.
Yeah, it depends on... I think they should actually be low. Neno will not have much, but they could be able to... They'll be able to buy for the players. But again, utility won't be great.
Better than nothing, and so far they haven't got much more than nothing from this half. No rounds for them here. 12-9 team preparation in a good situation. Mike there after a slow first half, really coming to life here with that clutch. Sign and Lannerton also looking good on 17 kills apiece. And unfortunately on the other side, Neno and Enemy, they looked so good on the first map, and here on this one, not looking good at all.
Different look. Aggression down mid here, and I don't think team preparation is going to suspect. They're going to catch Impulse though, but Hunter is up to the task of the save. Lannerton going to turn it around, and that'll be the end of that sign. Should know that the aggression is coming. He's going to get both.
Huge.
And that leaves Letney in a 1 versus 3. I mean, great attempt there from Valiance and Co. Just execution letting them down in the end as team preparation goes 9-13 up, and it looks like it's save time once again for Valiance and Co. And this is getting very, very dangerous now. They're actually going to buy into this, so
Wow.
doing whatever they can to make this happen.
They are buying into it, I guess, because of the rather enhanced loss bonus that they've been getting. They haven't gotten around this half so far, and CT side was really good for them from what I've seen in the past in this map, so kind of surprising to see how it's gone. If you look at the previous round, if Sign hadn't got that double kill, I'd say Valiance would still be in with a shot despite the losses in mid.
Sign only got 1 of those kills. I think Male was holding the angle for him with the AWP.
Oh yes, you
That's
are
why they
quite
lost
right
both
about
players.
that. So
Yeah, it looked like a double kill because the way the shots happened. But
yeah,
they
you are
actually
quite
lost
right.
both.
Okay, no, not pivotal at all. Jeez, I made a new word there for a second.
You Fergie.
Pivotable.
Well, I mean, Fergie from Black Eyed Peas always do be like, she likes creating new words, and then she creates a word called Fergalicious, which is just like, shut up. Just keep quiet. It's not even a word, it's just terrible.
Just stop.
What
Just
is-
stop.
Yeah, what isn't terrible is team preparation's T side on this map right now, and Valiance and Co. They've yet to figure out how to defend against it, and you can see they've actually shifted to a much more defensive B-hold as a result of the need to control the A side, because team preparation hasn't done a ton of work around B side. Hunter's doing huge work on A side though, and he's going to get himself a safety. Let
Ooh.
me though punished by Male.
Nice reply there, you got to say. And Hunter on pretty low HP as well, so that may help them out should the fight happen, which is going to be inevitable. This is Counter-Strike. Everybody wants to fight everybody. That Smoke, though, buying some time, and they do have 2 players waiting to receive them there, so it is going to come down to the trades. And this does big damage there. I thought he might actually find a kill, but the Molly has forced them out, which does help, and there is the boost. They are looking for it, and they will punish it as well. And there's the push through the smoke, probably way too aggressive from Neno, but they are low, and that could help Hunter, and the time ran out.
That is a huge mistake from team preparation, but a small little bit of light at the end of the tunnel there for Valiance as they finally win around. I mean, it's largely as a team preparation mistake, but still well played there by Hunter in the end, who does come in with essentially a hero play. Otherwise, Valiance and Co. still looking very, very shaky. It's a harsh reset world if you don't win this one. And, I mean, they've actually come out of this round, well, that last round, worse than they went into it. So, the nature of CSGO and the economy, you win less, or you get less money for a win after a while than 5 consecutive losses. So,
Tough
Valiance will be
stuff.
praying. Yeah, Valiance will be praying that they can get through this now.
Jeez, timing was so critical in that previous one, and You could just see the team preparation started to panic, trying to get the bomb down. And as you said, Hunter coming in and just destroying dreams for them there. And I think they would have felt right up until that moment that they still had it. Now going through the smokes, running into the jaws of the waiting CTs. And look at that spray transfer from enemy. Mike will get the bomb down. That's probably all he's going to get here. He's in a tough clutch situation, but they know where he is.
Yeah, it's a 1 versus 3. He does have a full... He's got, full HP. He's got a couple of pieces of utility to help him out, but he's going to have to hit some nutty shots. He certainly was capable of it in the last round, but the Molly is going to burn him out. Now he's going to take a fight, and Valiance and Co. are not keen on that.
Geez, you got to say, enemy there in a really tough situation with the UMP, and the players running through the smoke, just feeding themselves to him.
He made the correct decision though there, because closing the gap between the smoke means that the team preparation players can't see him in time. You know, there's that like half a second where they can see you, but you can't see them. So he gets ultra close to them. They're sort of running into him. They're still pinned in the smoke. He can shoot them at close range, and then he gets his teammate to also get the angle on. So Enemy and Neno, I think, played that fantastically. The aggression against the smoke play there from team preparation was the perfect response, in my opinion.
Excellent work there, and great heads-up play. 13-11, yeah, team preparation. Still in control, but Valiance finally showing a sign of life here on the CT side. And there's the trades coming in, and as I say that, the trades are favoring those Ts. If not for that Molly, things could have gotten far worse on that A site, and the rotation is being forced here. Team preparation do need to accelerate here, but they don't know that Valiance have completely gambled on A.
Yeah, and team preparation, I mean, whether it's slow or it's fast, it's going to be just as effective. Team preparation will play it safely, and Valiance and Co. realize that the over-rotate has actually cost them. This will probably be around last year for Valiance and Co. I would advise a save unless they can get a couple of kills super quickly here now.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be trying for those couple of kills super quickly, but Sign just as quickly punishing that. And now these two players in quite a bit of danger. They need to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, the problem was that they didn't get to the side quick enough, which meant that team preparation could find the perfect afterplants. If they'd caught team preparation as they were going into the side, I think it's a much better chance for Team Valiance. But right now, preparation just got there a lot quicker than Valiance and Co. is able to counter, essentially.
So it seems like the two teams are quite intent on winning each other's map picks, yeah? So team preparation could be in a position here to potentially take us to a third map. I think the third map, if I recall correctly, is Nuke.
Yes, it is Nuke.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's not the best rounds to end a game.
Yeah, that is unusual.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a rough one, I think.
So team preparation extending the lead. They've got pretty much everything they need. Valiance and Co. now will come in with the buy as well. They've also got almost everything they need as well. Hunter actually doesn't upgrade to a rifle, interestingly, but still within spitting distance here for Valiance and Co. I just think for them, they're starting to take quite a bit of pain in this half. They've only won a single, well, not a single round, shall I say, 2 rounds, but I had to check that for myself and push tab there, but in general, things have just not been working out for them at all on CT side.
No, it hasn't. They really have been pretty heavily controlled by team preparation. And, I mean, a couple of over-rotates, I think, from Valiance and Co. And their early aggression towards B has now really fallen off. They've decided to go to a much more passive hold. It seems to have worked. But, I mean, again, it just feels like a lot of team preparation's rounds are predicated on hitting absolutely nutty shots, and it's worked out for them a couple of times. So team preparation, a lot more team play than I think hard structure and strategy, but effective is effective. I mean,
classic Swedish play, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why Fnatic was such a potent team. It's certainly not a style that'll ever go entirely out of fashion or out of effectiveness.
So deciding on the A site here, are going to get themselves through in the middle, walking into the crosshairs of Hunter. Nobody dead yet, which is pretty surprising considering. But there's going to be a big engagement here. Impulse with a sneaky angle, and he gets himself a through and through as well. He's got 3 kills already. He's got 4 kills, looking for the ace before he gets put down. But that will be that Litany coming in and rounding it out. An Impulse with the hero round there.
Yeah, fantastic play there by the Orper of Valiance and Co. Really needed to get a huge amount of work done, and he pitches up big time. Letney and Impulse, the clear stars for this team in this map. And team preparation, money is going to be low. They're going to try and take a... They will take a semi-force buy here, I think is the best way you could describe what this is. And, I mean, Valiance should win it. They should win it with quite a few players alive, because if they don't, team preparation is well poised to take it to map point.
Yes, indeed, and thank you to all of you who have joined us tonight. It's been an exciting match so far, and teetering on the edge of potentially a third map if team preparation can close this out. But Valiance and Co with the late rally, and there's enemy again from that CT position doing big damage to the attacking forces.
Yeah, he's just, I wouldn't say aggressive, but like, he plays so far up against team preparation's plays that it does often help out his teams very, very well. Letney is going to get the kill in the end, and Valiance and Co. are 5 alive. That'll be huge boost to their economy. Team preparation, though, I mean, they're almost in double save territory here. Do they actually? Nope, they're going to force it up again. So that's getting worrying.
Ominous music playing in our minds at that one.
Yeah, that's the way you give your opponents ways back to the round. They have absolutely no utility.
Oh.
It's going to be very, very tricky. The AWP is going to go Impulse's way, but they're not going to check, and that's going to cost them big time. Hunter comes down with just an MP9. He will get traded out, though, but aggression, ultra aggression.
Oh!
Valiance and Co. They're going to lose another player to sign, though, as he turns things around with the CZ. Should have had no business winning that. And the bomb is going to go down in mid. He makes a huge play, gets himself another one. Laniton, though, trades it out. It's a 1 versus 1. Neno knows where the bomb was dropped. He knows where the last player was. But is he aware of what play could be coming in? Laniton could be going B site, and I don't really know. Neno will be aware of it.
Yeah, this is so tense, and that was extremely chaotic there towards the apps. Things just swinging either way in the space of seconds in that round. You thought Sign had possibly sealed it for his team, and then the play in apps there to mow down those players, bringing it back. So poised ever so deftly here. And for Laniton, also the possibility of blundering into his opponent potentially.
He's gonna give his opponent knowledge of where he is, though.
Oh, not the best smoke I've ever seen. Is he
No.
going to rotate to B? Yeah, he is.
The thing is, Neno doesn't actually have a kit.
So Neno's
Does
decided
have
to
one now.
commit early, so he picks up the kits as well. And he might actually catch him here potentially. So Neno being quite smart here. He should be able to hear Laniton from here as well.
200 IQ plays. He would have heard the jump. He's going to hear that bomb plant.
He knows where it's
Does he
planted
speed
to.
it up? He doesn't see. Laniton's...
What?
What?
And what? I don't understand what just happened there. That was crazy. Laniton, no. He just had no business winning that. Re-equipping the weapon, gets the clean headshots on 18 HP. Heartbreak for Valiance.
Yeah, Neno's broken a couple of things in the house. He's
Kick the cat. Slap the dog. That's just like tilt-inducing. I have no idea how the hell he lost that. He had him dead to rights. Got the first shot and somehow just lost to a player pulling out an AK.
Feels bad, man. Feels so very bad. And that could also be the tilt moment as well for Valiance and Co. They do have the double AWP, so they've got objectively better equipment here than team preparation.
Impulse, very aggressive, and it's going to work out. Letney grabs himself another, and that is another huge opening for Valiance and Co. They need to win these last 2 rounds to push to overtime, and this could be it. Team preparation has absolutely no money, so if they lose this round, they will be going to just about nothing on that final round.
Wow, what a turnaround after the drama of the previous round. Team preparation stealing it away, but now they're facing a difficult situation, and there's the leg coming in. Might kick low. And they know where these players are as well, so the rotate. Well, you can see they were considering it, but now they've decided to go back. But team preparation absolutely climbing a rather large mountain in this particular round.
Yeah, preparation does have... Well, they're using all of their utility to get into side now, so starting to off well there with Neno going down. Do they suspect a second player in the site though? That is the critical moment. They are not going to suspect. Enemy goes down, but he does pick up a frag in the end as Letney, he could line it up
What?
perfectly well. It just takes a wild shot and is actually going to work out. Male though, he's got a huge task on his hand. He's got an AWP and he's going to have to find 2 players to kill. He's going to get the first. Do they have enough time? He doesn't have enough time. That should be the end of that, and that is the 14th round for Valiance and Co. Did not need to take that peek at Hunter. They don't have great money, so that is actually going to be pretty devastating for both teams. They're both on absolutely nothing. Male will get dropped the AWP, and the rest of the team, well, they're going to buy up whatever they can on both sides.
You'd almost think in that situation there with Muller, after he knew he couldn't win it, he should have probably just planted it anyway, just to get a little bit of money. That's an extra nade.
Yeah, 300 is maybe even two
Oh,
flashes.
the aggression punished. And he's standing in the fire right now. He shouldn't be alive for much longer. He's still alive. Yeah, spraying through the smoke as well. They're going to equalize this. Only 2 left alive for team preparation. Things are going really wrong here for the Swedes.
Yeah, and fantastic play there by Valiance. I realized that they needed to get aggressive, needed to take the fight to team preparation. They probably would not have had great weaponry. And, I mean, got close there. Losing that player early could have come back to bite them. But in the end, Valiance and Co, I think, set that up pretty well. Team preparation now have it all to do. They've done it a couple of times, but this would probably be the most important in the game.
Yeah, this is one of those almost impossible situations, but we've seen impossible situations overcome so far. So they're going to have to be able to do that. And there's another audio cue here for the CTs about where they might be. They'll see the smokes coming in any second as well. So the game is up, and it's all about hitting them headshots.
And unfortunately, they're running to the site that does not have the CZ, so going to rely on them hitting a couple of good entries at the very least. Fights are going down. They're going to get themselves Hunter as Auto Director completely wrecks me. It's all up to enemy at the moment. He's going to need to hit the shots. He's going to allow them to plant. This does buy his team some time. Impulse goes down, and it's the start of potentially a fantastic clutch here. 2 versus 4, now a 2 versus 2. No kits in the hands of Valiance Coast. So this has to happen, and it's going to be a 3rd kill. Perfect timing from Lannerton. Enemy now set things up well. Down goes the first player,
my
and
word.
Lannerton 4K on a last round and a half, and that will push his team to the win, 16-14, as Valiance & Co. loses their map pick of Inferno.
Unbelievable stuff there from Lannerton. 2v4, completely, well, it's just a situation that's out of hand. There's no way that it should have happened that way, but Lannerton and his teammate backing each other up perfectly, and they walk away with the win. It looked like it was destined to go to overtime. Valiance & Co. putting in a valiant effort, but it's not enough. And we're going to go to the 3rd map. It's going to be Nuke.
Yep. Is indeed going to be Nuke, and that is a map that I don't really know if either these teams are happy to play it, so maybe they can play it. But that's rare. I mean, in World CS, there's probably like 5% of all teams actually want to play Nuke at any one point in time.
Quite so. I think let's have a look at some stats here. That's probably a good thing to do, just to catch our breath a little bit before we go to the next map. And that was some breathless stuff. I feel like there's some highlights I need to put on Reddit there after this.
Yeah, there was some nutty shots there, especially like that clutch on the T side bar. I think it was Mike Tech really just gave them huge amounts of I mean, I wouldn't say space, but that gave them that bought them so many rounds, because it just completely broke the Valiance economy with that play.
Absolutely. So looking at the stats, Lannerton definitely showing up on that T side. 25 kills, 18 deaths, including the 4K in that last round. You can see there the single 4K for them. He got a triple kill, 4 double kills as well. Such an effective player there. Kurtzler's sign all doing the work there. Mike actually, despite the crazy heroics, not quite at the top of the scoreboard, but still there and thereabouts. Good team effort from preparation after taking some pain on their CT side. On the other side, you got to say Neno not doing enough.
Definitely not, especially after he had a fairly solid game on Cobblestone. So, yeah, Valiance and Co. lose their own map pick, and we're going to go to that 3rd map, team preparation. They have the momentum. Valiance and Co. I don't know what they have right now. They have 5 minutes to redecide what they're going to do, because Nuke is not an easy map to start on, and it's certainly not a map you want to start T-side on. And I mean, that's the map you're going to have to win to get through to the next round.
Absolutely. So we will take a quick break. Thank you to all of you for joining us. Please drop a like and subscribe if you want to see some more ESEA main out of Europe. We're going to be doing probably the whole playoff bracket, so stick with us. Looking forward to Nuke in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
I'm crawling under the city of angels. I'm further from my own. The lights grow stronger, the fight moves under. I'm breaking under fire. No one will hold you, hold you. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. A special engagement, she lights up the pavement. She pays her till to the throne. She calls a man on the phone and says, I'm not coming home. Another lonely soul to please. You told me it's what you want. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away. Every day I seem to realize you save me from this fight inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. Keep holding on, keep holding on to me. I don't know what went wrong. I can't believe she's gone. I can't breathe now that you're gone. She's gone away to the city. She's gone away to the light. She's gone away. She's gone away to the city. destruction got the best of you. But you never thought we'd last. When you thought the sky was sinking fast, now you're waiting for the chandelier to fall. It don't matter what they say, 'cause the strong will rise up anyway. And you're amazed that we're still standing here at all. Now we're searching for answers where nothing ever was. But before I lose my grip, I need you to follow me down until the end. Only then we commence. But for now, hey!
Mr. Prof, I think we are back.
Are we? I see a knife round.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it.
Is it?
Well, there's the knife round win for team preparation. This is, of course, ESEA season 27, and it is the main division out of Europe. And it's been one cracker of a game between team preparation and Valiance and Co. So close. That previous game just resting on some crazy individual players and clutches out of the players from both sides. Incredible stuff. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it should be a good game, although it is nuke, so hopefully the players have some fancy tricks up their sleeve. They're both happy to let it through the banning phase, so let's hope they have something on hand, because it's a map that not many teams play, and even less teams know how to play.
Yeah, let's hope they do have something prepared, yeah, and looks like a classic strat coming out, looking to go down potentially. Actually, no, they're not going to go down through vents, and there's quite a close range engagement here. Letney gets himself a kill, gets a second as well. Good start for him. He nearly 30 bombed on the previous map, so he was one of the standout performers, and he's searching for some more heads to add to his collection here. And, I thought he was going to get himself one there. The CT's now pressuring a little bit, trying to find something. Does get a kill as he's falling in, but he's getting shot in the back here. And it's all on Mike Dig, 2 HP, and it's not going to be enough. There's the round for Valiance and Co. Great start for them.
Fantastic start. It's a win on the T-pistol. Exactly what you need. All set up by some wonderful shots there from Letney to open up the round. 2 kills on the A site. And team preparation just weren't able to get into the site. You can see the two players just trying to fight out of heaven, not really able to do a whole lot of anything. And Valiance and Co. should be cleaning up quite a bit of money. Do they go for the good old ramp rush? I don't think that's the greatest idea. They're actually going to hold passively, wait for team preparation to get aggressive, and Sign duly delivers.
Oh, impulse. That was quick.
Usually the T's get aggressive on the anti-eco, but that's how much the CTs didn't quite work out though.
I guess trying to catch them off guard or something, but Impulse was ready, got himself the triple. Hasn't died yet, as have two of his teammates, also survived punishment in the first couple of rounds. So great start here for Valiance and Co. Team preparation on the save. And I'm interested to see how Nuke will play out with the minor changes that have been made. I haven't seen too much of it at the pro level since then.
Did we even see much of the pro level before then?
No, of course not.
Yeah,
You just don't see this map, and probably for good reason.
it's just not a very good map, especially not in pro level play. So Valiance and Co have found an opening towards the ramp. That'll be Nano and Letney pushing out aggressively. There, Male is apparently the most interesting thing in the game for Order Director.
Yeah, frustrating. But hey, so Order Director doesn't wreck us too much, yeah? There's a little headshot and a second headshot from Mother. He doesn't have much to work with other than a P2000. But he still gets a kill there and should be able to recover a weapon as well, potentially.
None of them did recover the weapon.
That is a big miscommunication. Why leave a perfectly good weapon up there?
That is a weird one. They will lose a second player. Will Valiance and Co. Third is on low HP, but I can't see much more going their way. Lanaton will get hunted down. And Valiance and Co. 3-0.
Nice and easy does it. So good start here on the decider map. And, well, full buy for both teams. Team preparation with an AWP as well. It is a tough map to AWP on. I hate it. Absolutely hate AWPing on this map. But it is one of those weapons where it is quite important on the map, but it is really tough to make it have any sort of impact.
Yeah, this is an AWPer's graveyard. Like, even Kenny S and Guardian could not figure out this the AWPing on this map. So it's just because, like, you'd think that the outside area is the perfect place for it, but you just tend to get smoked and then flashed off. Male is going to fight at close range here.
Huge balls, and he gets the kill and isn't punished as well. If he pushed any further, he wouldn't have been able to escape there. But now just absolutely wrecking them. It wasn't a secret at all that they were going down secret, and he punishes them for it. Risky stuff, but it works out well.
That it does. And, I mean, if you want a masterclass on how to AWP, that is the perfect way to do it. Fire, fall back, hold an angle. Fire, fall back, hold an angle. Just rinse, repeat, and your path to victory will be complete.
Should not have gotten that one, but he did it anyway.
Yeah, peek into angle, wreck the opposing AWPer, and Neno is going to be the fourth member of Valiance and Co down. They haven't even really gotten a shot off against preparation here, and this is pretty brutal. Male styling on enemy there. And Team Preparation pick up their first round off the back of an incredible 4K from their AWPer, Male.
Wow. So they're keeping 5 alive for Team Preparation. That's going to help the money out. Valiance should still be able to come in with somewhat of a buy. Actually weaker than I thought it would be, but still enough to cause some damage. And all Team Preparation want to do here is make sure they use their utility, keep them at arm's length, and don't give away players early on.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be caught out. That smoke. Okay, they are going to get the wall of smokes up, and that will cause the run across. This time they do not have the danger of Male in the lowers area. But Valiance, though, not going to take the chance. Spamming every single smoke. Probably will be flashing around every corner as well, if they have the utility for it.
Kurtzl is probably a good idea to start to back off there. He's held them up for a bit, and Mala looking for the potential of a late backstab attempt through ramp. He hasn't moved, so he seems pretty convinced of that. Now, the T's moving forward. Valiance here going to be peeking together, and Kurtzl is not facing just yet. Pops his head up and gets it promptly removed from Impulse. That is a great opening here, and going to find a second as well. Impulse for an AWPer is really effective with an AK.
Yeah, seems to be a pretty good hybrid at the very least. As Team Preparation getting into that situation where it's near the time when you have to start saving, and you can see Male, he's going to suffer the indignity of a Mach 10 at close range. And a complete whitewash from Valiance. They lose no players. Team Preparation loses all. And they will have a shattered economy going into the 6th round here.
Yeah, they should just save. It won't have to be a double save if they don't force buy here. So, yeah, they're choosing to make sure that they go with a more considered approach. So not the end of the world, but certainly the end of the line in terms of winning rounds. They're not even able to get back-to-back. And Valiance, well, they're looking pretty good on this map.
Yeah, they seem to have a pretty good idea. I mean, they've gone outside quite a bit. First time it didn't work. Second time it worked with some style there. And the Team Preparation, I mean, Male was the reason that they won the last round. You do wonder, if you'd removed him from the equation, how much better do they do? At this point, Valiance and Co. seem like they know what they're doing. They're going to spot a player standing on the box, and he's not going to be on the box for much longer, nor is the man on the stairs. Lannerton goes down there.
Nice work there from enemy. And, well, team preparation shouldn't be able to accomplish too much more in this particular round. They will come in with a bye in the next round, so Valiance and Co. should be at the 5-1. And for Valiance, this is the start they needed, because there was quite a bit of opportunity for tilt after what happened on the previous map.
Yeah. Couple of rounds there where I think they had basically the game wrapped up. Well, not wrapped up, but they certainly had rounds wrapped, and some crazy plays out of the Swedes from team preparation just turned things around.
So full buy versus full buy, yeah, a little bit limited on nades in comparison on team preparation, but they got enough to work with. Muller's got the AWP, and he's going to be taking a more, well, I'd say aggressive hold outside than he has before. And
Yeah,
as you say, a
Valiance-
gap.
Yeah, I mean, that does seem like it's a couple of players that only really know those smokes. And that is the one criticism of Nuke, is that every team seemingly knows those smokes, but none of them know any others.
Yep. Kurtulus, he's going to hear the footsteps. Should get at least one. Will be traded. That's normal stuff coming in there. Not so
one
normal as
Hunter.
Hunter, though.
Yeah, late lurk, once again accounting for a team preparation member, and they're not going to be able to push through the molly. Hunter will be the danger lurking behind Lannerton. Same for team preparation at this point. Impulse just making certain of everything being safe. They are aware of a player that could possibly be around the double doors, and Impulse, I mean, surely they're hearing a lot of the running here. Sign is going to get baited out.
Time to save.
Yep, definitely time to save. Team preparation, very, very tough to retake any site on this map, especially when you have an AWP. And Mullet, he feels the same. He's on his way out. Lannerton, last remaining player, he will be escorting Mullet into the T-spawn.
Taking the scenic route towards the parking lot. And, well, Valiant's kicking them towards the parking lot, yeah, on this particular map. Looking really good. Team preparation don't seem to have much of an answer other than Muller getting a quad kill. Only misses the shot as well. Oh, that
How did he miss that, though?
quite the sitter that he missed there, and this could cost them potentially. Doesn't in the end. They take a few weapons away, which is great, but it's not really going to hurt the economy of Valiance too much, considering it has swelled as much as it has. And with 2 weapons saved, again, the temptation, do we invest, don't we?
Team preparation has done it on a number of occasions. They're not going to do it this time. Just upgrade a couple of the pistols, get down to about 2,000, and then try and save whatever they can. Valiance and Co. still heavily favored to win this round, although Male is an incredible danger with that AWP. And Deagle is going to let me know that there is somebody hanging around here. Speed that the Mac-10 does provide allows him to get behind Kurtulus, and now he's going to take an extended fight and somehow win that against an M4.
The kind of stuff that shouldn't be happening. And there's another thing that probably shouldn't be happening, runs through the smoke. So weapons are still alive, and look at that, Sign pushes onto the site. And he will have the time to reload here potentially as well. The AWP missing the shot. So this could come back to bite them. And there is Muller, he gets the kill, bringing it into a 2v1. They don't have a kit, so time is definitely a factor for them here, especially with the utility that's being dropped, and it's going to have to be a full 10-second defuse. Can he do it? I don't think he can. Impulse has got the kill, and he should have this, and he does, but, well,
that was a close run thing. For the amount of investment from team preparation there, that was a very close run thing for Team Valiance.
Yeah, scary, scary stuff, and scary also if you look at the scoreboard. If you're a team preparation fan, you got to be a little bit worried about how things are going. This is supposed to be a CT-sided map, and Valiance have got 7 on the T side already. Yeah,
Male up at 9 kills. The rest of the team, I think the highest that I saw there was 3, so not looking great at this point. And Valiance and Co. are imperious at this point.
A little disappointing, I'd say, considering just how good team preparation were on the T side on the previous map. But they did show their CT sides to be fairly weak, and that's seemingly playing out yet again. Pushing through the smoke. That was a decapitation.
Yeah, and that's 3 players down for team preparation. At this point, it's almost safe territory, if not already And Valiance and Co, I mean, they're not trying anything fancy. They're not really doing anything spectacular. What they are doing is just popping heads and ruining players. How in the hell does Hunter get out there and still get a kill? Mike Dirk, the last player to go down. Sign, though, is in a 1 versus 4. He's going to hear the player coming up ladder. This is the one criticism that I can have of Valiance and Co, is that they are very aggressive in trying to look for fights that they probably have no business winning. And it almost came back to bite them in that last round. It didn't this time, but it is something to keep a rein on, especially with Marseille around the corner.
Yeah, got to definitely tighten up in that respect. And if you are just joining us, first map was taken by Valiance and Co, and that was actually Team Preparation's pick, Cobble. Second map, Valiance's pick, Inferno, went to Preparation, and Preparation just put in some crazy clutches, crazy individual players to take that particular map. You almost would have thought Valiance might be tilted by a couple of the opportunities that they let slip by allowing these players from Team Preparation back into the game, but it doesn't seem to have borne out at all. They're looking good, yeah.
Yep. And, you know, just going to spot some tricky plays. Mike could have gotten second there, but unfortunately goes down before he can. And Team Preparation seem to be doing a lot more damage with pistols than they have with rifles. Impulse, that is an incredibly sexy flick there.
Yeah, definitely shown himself to be one of the strongest players on this team. When we did cast them on train a while back against the Finns from Nariki Esports, they didn't have that good a time of it, but
it was dire.
It was dire, but what I do want to say there is, even in a dire performance, Impulse was highly impressive.
Yeah. That is the one thing. These European AWPers certainly have impressed us quite a lot. Letney gets himself Lanaton. Muller, one of the 3 AWPers in this game, along with Lanaton and Impulse. Not going to get much done, unfortunately.
So, pretty unassailable lead now, 9-1. They do need to get some rounds at least on the board here to give themselves a chance. As I said, Team Preparation have shown quite a lot on the T side and a fair bit of weakness on the CT side. So, not necessarily a train smash, but it will be a train smash if they don't get at least 5.
Yeah, 5 is the bare minimum for Team Preparation at this point. As Team Valiance will do the old MM strat, just rush, and it seems to be effective. Team Preparation not really certain how to deal with it. Nino is holding that angle. They're actually double AWPing on Nuke. On T side Nuke, there's a double AWP.
Interesting stuff, but it is working.
World. Yeah.
Well, welcome to Bizarro World, as you were saying, and well, if you're watching the previous map, considering how close it was, Valiance and Co just stretching their legs ever so nicely, and the retake scenario not going to be working out so far. There are the kills coming in, and as I say that, I might have spoken too soon. Mike Tig here, he's shown some clutch ability in the past, and he's doing enough right now. They need to hold off this player for the defuse. No kits available as well, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it, and that's leaving his teammate out to dry. And that is that.
Lands last shot on that spray basically kills Male.
Oh,
you got a feel for Team Preparation right now. Back onto the save. I mean, I don't really know. Do they save at this point? They should. They're not going to. Buying down to 2,000. It will be a semi-force. Team Valiance, though, wildly out of control here. And I mean, at this point, not impossible, but it's certainly getting very, very close to at this stage of the game.
Damn it! Why did it have to be Nuke?
Yeah, it's not really the best map to end on. As Lanson getting aggressive, they're going to take out Neno, and that's the only player actually inside the building for Valiance. They will use that B rush that, the outside rush that has worked out for them quite well. Kurtler this time holding a mag 7. Can he get anything done with it? Wasn't able to do anything in a similar position with the pistol. Valiance and Co have gone all silent though, as they try to make a play. Preparation basically have stacked the B side. They suspect they know what's coming. Lambton, he's the point of contact. Does he land the shots that are required? He's going to turn away at the wrong moment. And Hunter, that's just horrible.
Oh,
okay.
The one shot at range, and there's the
Male
CZ as well.
Yeah, Male gets another one. Letney now forced to roll in. And the molly will force them back. Oh, he ran
Oh.
through the molly. They didn't check it. And we have said that a number of times. You definitely have to check the molly when you throw that. Oh, Impulse. Trying to no-scope through that smoke. And that smoke's going to run out soon as the wild shotgun shells come flying through. Sign on 1 HP. He's going to be killed off. And this last remaining player is Kurt Liz. Does have that shotgun. It's not really the best position to have that fight.
Still dinks
Does
him
go
though
down.
with a shotgun at that range. Or was it the pistol? He must have had the pistol out. There's no way that it
Must
could have
have
done
had-
that,
Yeah, no,
that sort
there's
of
no way a
damage.
shotgun.
So
I mean,
11
the
to
shotgun
1.
shells. What's the distance with shotgun? Like the pellets actually disappear. It's like 1,000 units, isn't it? Or it was 700 units. I think it's like the pellets actually disappear, so you can't even do damage at range with the shotgun.
Yeah, wildly unrealistic. In real life, a shotgun can actually shoot quite far. But
Yeah.
still, it's CSGO. And, well, this particular CSGO game, people getting shaved here with bullets, but nobody did until that time. Mike gets the kill, gets a second as well, and he's going to be trying to round it out. Dinks the player there, but doesn't do enough. And so fast in the side take of Valiance and Co. Team Preparation, not able to deal with the speed coming out of the Serbian lineup here.
Yeah, now you're trying to retake a site on Nuke with double orbs. That is about as hard as it can get in CSGO. So, Valiance and Co. He will spot Mullet, and he's removed. Enemy wants another orb shot. He's not going to get it. Kurtlis kills him off. And at this point, Valiance are in a world of hurt. Or preparation, and that'll be the end of that.
Well, this is out of control now. It doesn't look like Team Preparation even going to get a toe in the water here. They've got 2 more opportunities to potentially get 3. And if they don't get that, well,
I mean,
well.
The thing about Nuke is, right, everybody knows it as this uber CT side map. What a lot of people don't understand, and especially why the top level teams don't enjoy playing Nuke, is that your CT side actually has to be incredibly potent, because it's a very easy map to screw around with your opponents as Ts if the CTs don't know how to control their rotations. This is an incredibly important map for rotations as a CT. If you don't know how to do it, they generally avoid it. That's why you don't just see teams playing this map all day long and just boasting huge CT sides. Even god tier CT teams almost never play the map because of that reason.
That was quite a nice succinct explanation there. There are the trades come in and 17 HP there on Neno. And Sign closes the door in the face of Impulse. That was rude. And Impulse is going to just absolutely clip his wings there. What a flick.
Dear lord. I mean, he either... Did he flick that, or was that just a pre-fire? It feels like a pre-fire given that shot.
Jeez, he moved his mouse quickly. Oh! Impulse! What madness coming out of this player. He is just destroying hopes and dreams at this stage. And the hopes and dreams for Team Preparation rapidly fading at this point.
Yeah, 14-1 is looking on the cards for Team Valiance right now. Mike Duck will get another player, but it's a 3 versus 1. They'll almost certainly remove him of the big green. And Team Preparation, well, I mean, seems like a massive mistake to have let this map through, because Valiance and Co. I mean, I would say they have their number, but at this stage they have their number, their horse, their whole house, and everything that their families ever owned. And I mean, Team Preparation, they just have no idea what's going on. They're just
Yeah,
getting run over.
that's see. There is a bus with a Valiance and Co number plate on it, parked on the side of their head at the moment.
Yeah, it's, this is brutal.
Well, last opportunity to fight against the brutality, and the bad luck continues for them on that. Just the nade in the hand there. He's also going to back himself into Neno. Things are just falling apart here for Preparation.
Yeah. This just feels like Team Preparation has no idea what's going on. They will get a kill there on Sign. I mean, small bit of hope in a sea of disappointment at this point for the Swedish team. Valiance, I mean, to say control is I think, doing a disservice to how good they've been on this T side in relation to Team Preparation, but yeah, Lord.
You could try to argue if you're a crazy person that team preparation have a good T side based on the previous maps, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. It's just
It would need to be an insane, like the very antithesis of the traditional nuke play to win this game right now.
well, based on the
Thoughts?
limited information we just got, let's all agree that it's T-sided, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
14-1 T-side nuke.
That is yeah,
That is murderous.
domination. As you can see there, the Swedes do definitely have the aim. They've shown it in the previous maps. The previous maps have been close. So it was what 16-11 and 14-16. So definitely not easy for Valiance so far. But you look at this map in isolation, you go, wow, this is looking pretty easy.
Yeah, looking very, very easy. I mean, at this stage, Valiance, all they need to do is win the pistol to get through. Team preparation would need to begin the climb of Mount Everest. Actually, no, Mons Olympus on Mars I think is a bit more appropriate at this point, given the level of difficulty they will be faced with. And enemy, he's going to get aggressive through that smoke, as is his want. He's going to need to hit the shot. He does, in fact, do that. And the worst possible start to the round for team preparation.
They do get the dink though on Neno. I don't know if they're aware of it though, so not able to capitalize on it just yet. And the fights are happening here. Look how aggressive Valiance are being super aggressive in this position, and they're picking them apart. They want to end this soon, and it looks like they're going to. Only Sign left alive. He has to ace here to win the round, and he's not going to be able to do it. This is absolute carnage.
Yeah, I think Sol said it best. This is like when your mom gets mad and takes off her sandal. That's pretty perfect.
Yeah, you got to have a mom in Africa for that one, though. Hey? I'm not
Yeah,
sure it
I
happens
mean,
anywhere else.
I think, yeah, South African kids will know the pain that's coming when your mom takes off her sandal.
Like,
Like,
I'm
at that
going to
point,
hit you with this.
your ass is gonna burn. As team preparation, they are gonna try something tricky. It's not gonna work out, and they do deliver the bomb right into Hunter's hands, and he's gonna be quite happy to accept that. Valiance and Co at this point, well, I mean, they're sitting pretty. They're gonna grab themselves Sign. Mike goes down now, and I mean, the last right's being read by Valiance. The coffin is being lowered in, and with that, sand and dust and dirt is being lowered onto their grave, because team preparation has gotten absolutely thumped in their third map here.
This is like Lock Stock where Vinnie Jones takes dude's head in the car door. You know, that's kind of what just happened.
Yeah, it's that was about as brutal as you can have a nuke map.
Yeah, this was some crazy stuff. Again, considering just how close the previous two maps were, team preparation took the previous map away by one, that one pivotal round at the end where it looked like Valiance were going to take it to overtime. And you thought coming into this one, well, preparation's got a chance. Clearly, they're not good on nuke. They didn't stand a chance.
The problem is that if you're going to default to nuke, it's the same thing as what people were accusing SK Gaming of. It's like, why do they keep going to Inferno? Inferno is so bad. It's like, yeah, that usually indicates that the rest of your map pool is absolute junk, though. Because if you're being forced to go to that map constantly, like team preparation clearly was forced to go to nuke here, I mean, they don't have a map pool at that point. Like, yeah, they can maybe play the other two, but they desperately needed more than just what they got tonight.
Well, just reviewing the stats here, you can see 16-11 for Valiance and Co on the first map, Cobble. Second map, quite an exciting affair. Team preparation taking it 16-14, some crazy clutches. I'd say go and look at the VOD towards the end of that particular one. That was some crazy stuff coming out there from preparation. And then Valiance and Co just curb stomping them, popping their heads like melons. Just all around, nothing to really say about the stats. You can't really say anything about it considering that the stomping that it was. So overall, some exciting CS despite the relatively disappointing last map. We appreciate you guys joining us. We will be doing more ESEA main Europe in the coming weeks as the playoffs progress. We'll also be doing some of the South African ESEA playoffs, starting with a game tomorrow. I think it's Online Kingdom versus Sinister 5. Myself and Penguin will be doing that one, and then back to Europe for Thursday.
Yeah, It's going to be awesome.
Lots casting ahead. Do follow us, guys. It's going to be tons and tons of fun. Hopefully not new kind of fun, but the other maps are pretty good.
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes.
Too late, I can't forget you. It's my fate to let you go. You feel hate when I'm around you, but I know you won't let me go. So close to see, when I'm down inside of me. So close to leave, and I know there's no release. Time has come.